Alright, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the most must-see career mode on the YouTube and Twitch channels, Twitch and YouTube space. It is the Hartlepool United Road to Glory Youth Academy career mode. Before we get into it, I'm going to have to explain the obvious, I'm going to have to point out the obvious. I'm going to have to just explain why I've not streamed in about a week. Basically, we'll go through the days. Friday, of course, we've done Money in the Bank, so I think that was the last stream I did. Saturday, the Wi-Fi. Well, Saturday and Sunday, the Wi-Fi was playing up. It literally wouldn't go beyond like a megabyte per second, and it usually goes about 30 or 40 megabytes per second. So it would have been like streaming on dial-up. The stream would have come out at about 144, 240p quality, and it would have been awful quality to streaming. So that is why I didn't stream at the weekend. Monday, I felt like shit, and I didn't really feel like streaming, so I just didn't bother. I kind of just didn't want to, so I didn't bother. And then yesterday I was quite busy, so I could not really find the time to stream. So today is the first time in about a week that I've had actually enough time to do a career mode episode. I don't even remember where we were at last episode, so this is going to be a learning experience for me and you and everybody who needs a catch up. So if we look at the last episode, let's take a look at the calendar because I've completely forgotten. All right, so we kicked off with a 4-1 win against Birmingham, which is not too bad. Then we absolutely got destroyed by Fulham. Then again, I think I do remember that game. I do remember because I do remember when I lose heavily. The Fulham game was we lost 7-1 because they used their full team. They used their starter team and we used a backup team and we knew we weren't getting through, but we didn't realise that it was going to be such a one-sided affair. What's up, Aiden? Welcome to the stream, mate. Bristol Rovers, we beat them 2-0. That was an easy one, really, because they were down the league a little bit, and it should have been a secure win for that, which was secured as well. 3 points there. And then we played Sheffield Wednesday, who I know are going to be one of the teams. They've not had a great start to the season in game, but they're going to be one of the teams that contend with us as the season goes on for a spot possibly in the promotion race for the championship because the board want back-to-back league titles here. So we're going to have to put all our eggs in that basket, I think, this season. Although I would like a Papa John's trophy run if we do get promoted. It'll be the last time we try and do that, of course, because we'll be in the championship next season. But then we took on Accrington. Is that Accrington? It is, isn't it? 3-1 win over them to end last episode. So a good little finish to the episode. It was a good run. The Carabao Cup I'm not really too bothered about, so I don't mind losing to Fulham. And the Sheffield Wednesday game was just us getting out. I mean, we had our chances, but they just took theirs, and we didn't really. So this is where it leaves us in the league. We are still top. We're sitting pretty in first place at the moment, which is not bad. I'll take that happily for now because it's going to not probably stay that way. I don't think it's going to be smooth sailing as it was last season in League 2. This is the league above. And even though the board want back-to-back league titles, I don't think we're going to do that, honestly. I think we're going to get top 6. I'll happy with a playoff place. I would be happy with a playoff place, as long as we win said playoffs, of course. But I think autos, potentially maybe there, but there's only 2 automatic spots in this league, and then I guess the league title is what the board wants, so we'll go all out for it, and if we can't do that, we'll try and do all the other objectives as well. But this is how the table's looking after 5 games. We're top. Portsmouth have the other automatic promotion spot with Rotherham, Northampton, MK Dons, and Peterborough in the playoff spots right now. As I was saying, Sheffield Wednesday have not had a great start to the season, but they'll kick on and they'll get involved, I think, at some point. As we continue down the league, this is how it's looking. I'm going to do a Southampton career mode. Could be a fun little career mode. Are you going to do it from the Championship or are you going to do it from the Premier League? Like, I think the Championship would be more fun. Now that they're relegated, you'd have to sell some of the bigger name players and try and make it a bit more realistic, maybe. That's what, I don't know. That'd be a fun one. Maybe I need to do another rebuild down the line, and I know what I'm doing next, I just haven't done it. I've not had the time to put into a proper rebuild, but I will try and do one. Probably not this weekend because I'm away this weekend, but next week I will try another rebuild. Oxford, Tranmere, Cheltenham, and Accrington currently in the bottom 4, with Accrington sitting last place. We beat them 3-1 last episode, so it was kind of a bit of a different. Whatchamacallit. We usually get cursed against the teams at the bottom of the league, so we didn't that time, which is good. We actually won against them. What's up, back GC? Welcome to the stream, mate. So today we've got Peterborough, which is going to be a difficult one. We've got Crawley. I believe that's Papa John's. I'm going to have to VAR that because I don't remember. It might be the FA Cup. We're not in the first round. Okay, I'll take that. Is that just League Two teams that are in the first round? Then it must be. Okay, well, that's fine then. So it must be the Papa John's Trophy because Carabao Cup we're out of. Yeah. Okay, so we've got Exeter and Crawley in our group. Struggled with Exeter last year, and we struggled with Crawley as well. So not going to be the easiest group, but if we can get through, I don't know why we're in the southern section when we are in the north, but it's just the way it goes sometimes. This game obviously doesn't know its north from its souths. Otherwise, it wouldn't have teams like, I don't know, Portsmouth in the northern section. Um, I guess that's a very northern team, Portsmouth. And in the southern section, they've got Carlisle. So that's just where we're at. Who got relegated from the English Championship? It was, oh God, Wigan was one of them. I'll just Google it real quick because I do not remember. Right, let's have a look. From the EFL Championship, Reading, Blackpool, and Wigan. Hartlepool in the National League. They are now, yeah, but thankfully I've still got a chance with them on this game. Next game they won't be in it, unfortunately, unless they had the National League, which is a shame, unfortunately. Them and Rochdale will be missing out. So we'll get into the news, and we'll get into the game, and we'll try and keep going with the form we've got, but I feel like we're going to fall at some point, and that's absolutely expected, because it is going to be a big, big fight to try and stay at the top. But I'm happy to go through this fight and see where we can get to. Howell scores first goal this season. Howell scored for the first time this season to push Hartlepool United to a 3-1 win against Accrington Stanley. Who are they? Exactly. Champions League group stage draw for anyone interested. I will just give you a quick browse over that. Latium. And those are the groups. There's A to D. And then there's E to H. No Manchester United, which is a bit of pain, but it's what it is. But anyway, Rodriguez is still in demand. This is a new one, I think. We've had a couple of offers because Chelsea are looking at my man Carlos Rodriguez, who is not going anywhere, as far as I'm aware, anyway. Hartlepool's Ochoa to go for big fee as well. It was Pogon Szczesny who were looking for him with 23 assists last season. He is a big name player in the transfer market. Rodriguez's agent has revealed that Bordeaux have approached Hartlepool in an attempt to sign the prolific striker who finished last year as the league's top scorer with 32 goals. Bordeaux representatives were non-committal when asked about potential move for the 20-year-old striker, stating only that it's no secret that Rodriguez was one of the most valuable prospects in the transfer market after his performances last season. At this moment, we are looking at several options to improve our attack, and given his recent form, it would be silly for us to rule out being interested in him. So he is about. And then some of the big news here, we've got Bruno Guimaraes going to Manchester United. Now Bruno linking up with Fernandes if he's still there. Christensen has gone to been linked to Fiorentina. Ryan Cherky to Bayern. Sal to Girona, and then Kunde to Newcastle. Some big moves going about in the window. So what I wanted to check here was, did I unblock offers for Rodriguez? Because I kind of want to see what we'd be getting for him. I've not got offers blocked on him, I don't think. I kind of want to see what offers would come in for him if people wanted him, because we're not going to sell him. No chance we're going to sell him. He's our main man. He's the star of this show. Block offers. It's not blocked. Okay, so he will stick around, and we'll see what we can do with him. We've also got Blanchard, who have signed. I don't know if I think we introduced him last episode. He's come in now as the probable strike partner of Mr. Carlos Rodriguez, because Jean-Paul Sarr made the move to Nottingham Forest. He'd hit his potential. He was 21 years of age, 72 overall. So we traded in for a younger model who I think we signed for cheaper because he was on the free agents list. And it's a good long contract for him as well. We've got our backup strikers in Murillo. We've got quite a lot of strikers actually, but some of these I want to try and get loaned out, which Murillo, Quigley, Carpenter, I want to loan all them out. And then Howell and Arango will stick around, I think, if that's correctly listed there, yeah. So hopefully we'll get some loans for them. And we will figure that out. Do you have YouTube? I do. I will link the link in, seeing as Jordan does not seem to be here today. So bear with me one moment. I will pop the link in the chat. And if you want to sub, you're more than welcome to. If you missed any of the episodes of previous Hartlepool Career Mode seasons and episodes, of course, they're all there. And if you want to watch anything else that's on the channel, you're more than welcome. The link is in the description, or in the chat now in the Twitch stream, and it will always be in the description for the Twitch in the YouTube video description, if that makes any sense. But anyway, let's get into the pre-match press conference and let's kick this episode off. A difficult game though against Peterborough. I'm not looking forward to this one. I mean, not our best will beat anybody, but there are some big names in this league this season. Stoke, Derby, Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham, Rotherham. I know they're not really big names in the whole scope of football, but in League One, there'll be a lot of teams that come around and try and stop us. Portsmouth, I believe they got relegated from the Championship last year in this career mode. It ain't going to be easy, is what I'm saying. Bolton. Oh, Aidan, I've got some bad news for you about Bolton. I will show you in a minute. There's some very bad news about the Bolton team. I don't know if I should show you because it's going to be painful to see. So Bolton, maybe look away, but I will show you. So Bolton. Hate to disappoint you here, but this is going to hurt. They're in League 2, unfortunately. They've been relegated rather than going up the promotion route. They've gone down the relegation route, and they're in League 2 now. So, I apologise for that, but it's it's kind of out with my control, unfortunately. So, yeah, pain there for Bolton and Bolton fans. But they'll be back up. I'm sure they'll be straight back up. We'll see by the end of the season. Am I a Hartlepool fan? No. I picked this team. I didn't pick this team. I put a poll out at the start of the... Well, I think it was a couple of months ago when I started this career mode. I put a poll out with 5 teams in it, which were Hartlepool, Crawley, Newport, Rochdale, and... There was one other, but I can't remember who it was. Bradford, that was it. And Hartlepool got the most votes, so that is why I'm doing this. I'm a Manchester United fan at heart. Whether it's that was a curse or a blessing, but we've signed Mason Mount, so hopefully he'll kick on. And I'm really hoping that I'm happy to give him the time to see what he can do, but it's just a matter of can he do anything, and I'm hoping he can. We've got too many players here. When you get some, he's gone a bit more still before the window closes, and we've only got a couple of days before the window closes. So I'm hoping for a bit of activity on deadline day, especially with this kid Nezovic. If he doesn't get a club, I'm gonna have to put him on the free agents because I can't keep him around. He's too good. Then again, Roberts is getting towards that stage as well. Chelsea fan at heart. Yeah, we took your player. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess we'll see. So Peterborough are going to be a tough team. Let's play smart here. So Duncan, yeah, back four can remain the same. Cochrane's fine. Thomas comes in because he's had a cracking run of form at the start of the season. He's only got 53 shooting, and he's been scoring bangers, so I love it from him. And we might try and work on his shooting a bit more because he's been putting in the work there. Ochoa off the left, Roberts off the right, Rodriguez, Blanchard, of course. And then I'm going to put Palacios on the bench ahead of Munoz. And I think we roll with that for the team today. So Duncan in goal, Moffat and McGregor as the fullbacks, Galloway and Contreras as the centre-backs, Cochrane as the centre-mid alongside Thomas App at cam, Ochoa off the left, Roberts off the right with Blanchard and Rodriguez up top, with Rodriguez captain inside. In the first game of the day at Victoria Park, it will be Hartlepool versus Peterborough United. Let's get the goal news on, keep up to date with everybody else and see how they're doing around us. We are at the top, so we've got to look down upon everyone at the moment to see what they're doing. They've got a strong squad of Peterborough. I am a bit scared. They've still got Kwame Poku, and this is going to be difficult. And I'm not playing like a week, so this is going to be a pain. Why do you play a very attacking formation? I play attacking formation because I got the idea. It's an idea pioneered by a YouTuber that I watch. And he uses a 4-2-4 formation, so I'm kind of just continuing the tradition in my own save because it's just a tradition that I've seen on YouTube, and it's just fun, really. It's pretty fun. Well, it does mean conceding a lot of goals, but that's half the fun of it. Who do you sell from Southampton? I would say sell the players that they sold in real life, and then anyone from there is kind of up to your choice, I think. Like Orsic, he's gone, and I can't think who else is gone. There's a couple of others that have gone as well. Can't think off the top of my head who they are, but mainly Orsic, I would say, would be the one to move on. And maybe Sulemana, I don't know, unless you want to keep Sulemana, because he is a good talent. Basically, no centre mid, only cam in your formation. Pretty much, yeah. I've got Cochrane sitting a bit further back, because he's a bit more of a sit back and play it kind of midfielder, and I've got Thomas, who's more of an attacking midfielder. So one of them, there's no defensive midfielder. One just kind of sits back a little and lays back in like centre mid, and then one plays cam. It's a bit of a risky formation, but it's fun. It's not one I've really ever used either, so I'm gonna sell Ward-Prowse. That would be realistic. I honestly think Ward-Prowse might stay, but if he'd gone, like, I mean, he probably might still go, but Ward-Prowse, I feel like he's loyal. He's been linked to Premier League clubs, hasn't he? And because he's such a good free kick taker, we'll probably find one. But though it wouldn't surprise me if he stayed at Southampton, Mr. James Ward-Prowse. Just play a 4-3-3. That's too easy. I like the pain. I like the challenge or something like this. In other career modes, I probably would, but in this kind of career mode, this style, I like this formation. Plus, I'm getting a lot of wingers and fullbacks coming through. Just a lot of players that need this kind of formation. So it molds around them a bit better. Who's asking for this? Is that Rodriguez? Yeah. Okay. Thomas. Now Roberts. Tries one. Cochrane. Picks it up. Thomas. I think Roberts is still on. Ball in. Oh, it's over Ochoa's head because Ochoa came in too quickly there. Couldn't close it down with Fran Ochoa. That would be a foul against him, but the play continues. And that's the problem here. Oh, it's going to fall to Duncan here. I'm presuming that's a goalkeeper who's making his debut, because if there's a #1 outfield player, then Peterborough deserve to be relegated. He is a goalkeeper. Alright, commentators have just said. Play 3-2-5 at this point. Don't put ideas into my head. That would be more chaos. But no, we need the fullbacks. I like the 4 at the back. And I like the 2 strikers. It's just it is a drain on the midfielders, but it is hilarious as well. Tried to get in towards Blanchard. Can't find the ball in early here. Won by Cochrane, but they'll get it further clear. Just play a little bit smart here. Let's not rush anything. Peterborough are going to be very heavy on their pace as well, with Kwame Poku in the middle and Shimanga up front. They're pacey players, so I need to try and stop them. That's a poor ball in from Ethan Roberts, which we don't usually see. It's come off Blanchard to McGregor. Cochrane. I don't know what that was. Meant to be a layoff pass, I think, to Fran Ochoa, but Ochoa didn't make the move, and that's a poor pass from Peterborough. This is an awful idea. Or an awful game, I should say. Because you expect these two teams at the top to put up some quality football, but neither team's done anything yet. McGregor can't find his way through. Usually does, but on that occasion, unable to. Why is there so many Shabalalas? That's a question to ask one of my mods if he comes in. One of my mods, Jordan, he likes Shabalalas, so we're trying to find a good Shabalala. Cult hero, yeah, that's probably the best way to explain it. Southampton only just got Sulemana. Yeah, maybe you won't be able to sell him then, but I don't know if he'd play in the Championship. He's got talent, so I could see him moving, even if it was just on a loan to a Premier League club, perhaps. While Southampton got back up. Sign McFred. Oh God. I don't want to. I really don't want to. I'll sign. I mean, if I could, I would sign maybe Fred, but McTominay, no. But it's a youth academy career mode, unfortunately. Oh Christ. That's poor defending from me. That's a great save from Logan Duncan. Couldn't pick up the ball there. I mean, I put a tackle in, but just couldn't keep the ball. Rodriguez just holding it up, making some of his players move here first. Roberts. McGregor's making an overlapping run. He does like these overlapping runs, is Ollie McGregor. Goes down the right, takes on Tomlinson with ease. Can he find a way into the box? He can. Off to Marius Thomas. Good save at the near post by Hernandez. You can loan him. Maybe loan him out then and see what clubs come in for him. Sign Fred for memes. Even if I wanted to, I can't yet anyway because I tried this last episode and apparently he can't move. He's unwilling to relocate just now because we're still in League One. If we were in the Championship, we might be able to make a move for him. Blanchard, I can't get it through the gap there. Like I said, there would be quality. It's a bit of a foul. Well, it's not a bit of a foul. It's just a straight up foul there by Galloway. When McGregor tries to slow Randall down unsuccessfully, it could be problems now for Hartlepool. Ball is inside, and it's going to come to Shimango. Takes a shot on. It's a good save by Duncan. I think some of the pressure there of the defence helped that shot not be as good. I guess, really. I don't really know how to explain that. There's a realistic signing for Southampton. Maybe sign somebody from one of the other relegated clubs. Sign somebody from Leicester, maybe, or sign somebody from Leeds. Just kind of championship signings. Maybe sign, I'd say sign, if you need a winger, sign Clark from Sunderland. He's good with good potential. I feel that'd be, I don't know if it'd be realistic, but it'd be a good signing. You're weakening your rivals as well. Kind of promotion rivals. And then, yeah, maybe somebody from Leicester like a Daka or a Ndidi perhaps. Just to strengthen areas. Thomas. Roberts. Can't get the ball in. And I can't get the ball away. I can't get the ball into my controller. I tried to knock it back to McGregor, but didn't really come about. And now it's a counter, pace counter again. I told you that. It's with Peterborough. It's a pace counter they're going to use multiple times. Galloway closes it down, but that is because he's also pacey. I've only got one pacey centre back. Rodriguez! That's poor. That's absolutely awful. Gahey would be a good one. I don't know if he'd downgrade from the Premier League, but he'd be a strong, solid centre-back option. You could get Kyogo. Kyogo's the Celtic striker. He'd be a fun signing to use. I've never used Kyogo. Maybe I have to do a rebuilding Celtic somewhere down the line. See how far I can push Kyogo. I'd have to sell Jota though, that's the only issue with that, because he's now gone to Saudi Arabia. Oh, Christ. Poor defending, poor picking up. I blocked the initial one, but couldn't get to the second one because Contreras is very slow. And even though he's tall and he's a tough tackler, he doesn't have the pace. Could be a short corner here for Peterborough. 6 minutes to go before the break. Yet to see a goal, but that might change soon with Peterborough thinking here. Blocked by Contreras after the shot, and now Roberts can make a run here, although he's getting chased by one of the fastest players on the pitch in Kwame Poku. I'll have to try and find a different way of doing this. McGregor's going to crossfield diag it to Moffat. He knocks it onto Ochoa. We just need somebody in the box now. Find Ochoa. Try to go all the way in, but outstrength there. Try to cut in, but outstrength. And Logan Duncan keeping on his game, as he has been for this whole season so far. I've got to say, he's kept us in some matches with some incredible saves. What I can think of as well was, even when we lost to Sheffield Wednesday, it could have been a lot worse. It was a 2-0 defeat, but it could have been a lot worse. Then again, it could have been a lot better as well if we'd taken our chances on that day. We'd still be undefeated in League One. 2 minutes of added time. Maybe get one more chance up the pitch for Hartlepool here. Cochrane picks up Blanchard. Now Fran Ochoa, he's going again. Going to try and pick up Rodriguez, who's come close. But that's okay, because he might be able to take this one on. It's straight at Hernandez. And that will be the score at the break. A 0-0 draw. No goals yet here at Victoria Park. And a very, very cagey affair. Nothing really getting let go too much. We've defended well, but they've defended well as well. Kubo's centre forward, I believe. But yeah, Kubo would be good. I know it would be incredibly realistic, but Kubo is always a fun signing. So looking at the half-time scores, there's not a lot of goals going about anywhere. Wycombe drawing 0-0 with Charlton Athletic. Stoke City drawing 0-0 with Burton Albion. 1-0 to Oxford over Portsmouth. I like that because Portsmouth are right in our asses here. So a loss to them would be fantastic. Rotherham up 1-0 against Derby County. Another situation where I'm not really fussed with that one because they're both quite high up. Cheltenham Town leading Birmingham City 1-0. That's big. Lincoln drawing 0-0 with Bristol Rovers. MK Dons drawing 1-1 with Sheffield Wednesday, who have been struggling since the start of the season, which is still a bit mad, I think. Tranmere Rovers drawing 1-1 with Accrington. 1-0 to Rochdale over Cambridge United. Rochdale, of course. Both those teams, I think, actually try to stay up this season. Shrewsbury drawing 0-0 with Walsall. And then Mansfield drawing 0-0 with Northampton. Looking at the stats in at the break between us. 6 shots to 4 means that we've had more shots. We've got more expected goals. And we've had more of the ball as well. 62 to 38 in terms of possession. 6 shots to 4, like I said. But they have 1 expected goal to our 0.8. More accurate with their shots as well. We've been a bit inaccurate, kind of a bit wild firing. And we need to try and find some accuracy in the goal. Garnacho on loan wouldn't be a bad shout. I can say that firsthand from the Bolton rebuild. He's a fucking superstar. How long it took for us to get him back after we loaned him and then we had to send him back to United. Took him so long to come back, but we eventually got him back for the end, and he scored in the Champions League final. What a story for him. That Bolton rebuild was something special. I do like the longer rebuilds, especially when they work out like that. But short rebuilds are sometimes fun too. I know how I'm already doing next, but I just don't know when it's going to be. A busy weekend coming up. Tomorrow, if I'm streaming, it'll probably be The Walking Dead. Friday will be another one of these. Saturday and Sunday, I'm very busy. So next Monday, maybe the rebuild. Could play Blanchard for here. I've gone the... Oh, Christ. I ran the wrong way then. That was my own fault. Cochrane off the edge. Yeah, I messed up there. What's up, Arsenal fans? Saka, 77. Welcome to the stream, mate. Hope you're having a good day. Ball in from Fran Ochoa towards Blanchard. Now Contreras, like the power shot it, but he's a centre-back, so maybe we shouldn't be doing that. You did pick half the Bolton rebuild. That's full credit to you. You did help me a lot on that. I'm doing well, mate. A little bit tired, but that's just my usual stance. I'm always tired. Yeah, we've had a lot of opportunities, but they've not been accurate this game. We've not really had the finishing ability. We may need to bring on a Jay Marango or a Harry Howell for a moment of magic, perhaps, because it's not really been working up front for Blanchard and Rodriguez. I don't think Blanchard's had a shot this game. Peterborough have been defensively strong, and we need to try and find a way through them sooner rather than later. Cochrane doesn't really have the pace here. He sent him to the floor. Moffat's just going to swing one in and hope. It's away. Roberts wins the header. Ochoa out to Moffat if he can keep it in, which he does. Back to Fran. Bit of magic from Ochoa. Tries to get inside, but it's closed down well. And now Peterborough go again. Bit of a boring game this first one. Not any goals, not really any highlights to show you. But ultimately, it's just that's how scrappy the league is. That's how good this league is. Blanchard tries to find room here. Gets it back to Fran Ochoa. It's blocked. Roberts in a foot race now with Tomlinson, which Roberts does win, but can't keep it in play, which is weird because I pressed A to pass. 25 million from Ward-Prowse. Good price for him. Especially since it probably would have been a bit more had he stayed up this season, but because they're in the Championship now. Oh, what you mean in your yeah, your career? Sorry, my brain. I thought you meant in real life. My brain just went there. No, it's still a good price though. I'm assuming he's asking you, Aiden, because the transfer window closes on here soon, and I think I've got my squad for the season. Cochrane. Why does he... Right, mate. I'm going to have a word with you. A personal word with you. Why do you keep taking... You are... Yeah, okay, 5-star weak foot. That's absolutely fine. But try and take it on your right foot if that's your strong foot, man. Come on. I'm going to bring on, I think the Thomas honeymoon period is probably over now. I'm going to bring on Mills for now, and we'll make a couple of substitutions later. Chawa makes the interception. It's a bit of a fight between Castro and Rodriguez. Rodriguez still trying to get it, does not succeed. Now problematic situations have arisen. A good cut out by Galloway. And a second cut out by Galloway. Galloway's a fucking stallion, man. I don't know what his potential is going to be now because he's lost his potential tag. So maybe we'll only ever get to high 70s, but he's a man who I want to keep for a good while. Rodriguez going to try and find Blanchard in the area. Still has a lot to do here. Can he do it? Takes a shot and it's blocked. Roberts. It comes to Roberts! There's the breakthrough! A bit lucky, but that's what we fucking needed. That's absolutely what we needed. A bit of luck. A bit of luck to find our way through. Ethan Roberts. 1-0. It's a block from Blanchard's shot initially, and it comes through to Ethan Roberts. And it's 1-0 Hartlepool United. Can Mount play in the friendly? I'm genuinely not sure. I've not seen anything that he says he can't, but I've not seen anything that says he can. If he's in the lineup, then yeah. But I don't know if he's in the lineup. If they put him in the squad, I hope he can. It'd be good to see Mount before the actual season, just to see what he's capable of. Because we've seen what he's capable of at Chelsea. He's had some good seasons there, but this past season, not as good. But do you know what? I'm gonna go with this Mount and with this open mind with this Mount signing. I'm gonna remain positive about it. Once he starts thinking out the pitch, then I can be negative. But I think for now, I'm gonna go with a positive mindset and see what he can do. I don't want to judge him before it's too early, but he is the number 7, so he's got a lot of expectation and a lot of pressure on his shoulders. But the fact that he accepted the number 7, I think means he's like a bit more pressure that he might be able to deal with. Cochrane gets his shot blocked. We're gonna make some changes now that we're a goal up. I think we can relax a little bit, but we'll just have to stay defensively strong as well. So we'll do those 3 changes there. But 70 million, not too bad. They've been relegated to the Championship. That's a good budget. An attempted ball through, but it's going to be collected by Logan Duncan, who's not to do an incredible amount today, but when he's been called upon, he's been equal to it. Moffat, oh mate, come on. Alphonso Davies for Southampton. I don't think you could even sign him for 70 million. It's trying to be a semi-realistic career mode as well, I believe. So left back, I don't know. James Justin, maybe from Leicester. He'd be cheap, and he's from another relegated club. Honestly, I was thinking Tierney as well. He wants out of Arsenal, but I don't know if he'd drop down a league. Then again, there's rumours of him going back to Celtic. But my one would be James. If I was doing it, I'd probably go for James Justin, perhaps. Oi! Palacios is in room here. Just needs to play it across to Harry Howell. It's well caught and well blocked by Hernandez. But that was a beautiful bit of space that Palacios made there, and a good ball through as well. And that could have led to a second here. And it looks as if we should be okay. But I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. There could still be a late equaliser on the cards of Peterborough. Then again, we could get a second to wrap it up with Jay Marango! Oh, I love this man. This man right here. This number 38 right here. Legend status already. He's barely even been here for long, but legend status already for Jay Marango. I suppose we brought him in season 1. He was in the first couple of youth academy prospects. Good loan spell at Newport. A good season last year. And he's on a mad one already. With that finish. That's fantastic. The way it arcs away from the keeper into the bottom right. You could argue the keeper should be doing better. But Jay Marango makes it 2-0 to Hartlepool United. That, my friends, should be it. Whether it will be is a different matter. The first goal of the season with Jim Marango, but now he's up and running. It's going to be hard to slow him down. I was thinking of changing the sliders, and I'm still considering that. But I haven't played in the week, so I didn't know how this game was going to go, personally. Roberts going to try and slide through McGregor here. Can we get a third to wrap up the deal? Jim Marango on the inside. He turns, he shoots. It's a save from Hernandez. It's a weird turn from Marango. It's not really a turn I wanted from him. It's a save from Hernandez. I'll do a lead step, put them in the championship. It's up to you, but I personally would. It would make it a bit more of a challenge. If I was doing it, I mean, you don't obviously have to copy me, but if I was doing it personally, I'd put the teams that are relegated into their leagues, and I'd sell the players that they've already sold this season, and then try and rebuild from there. But I don't know. Obviously, it's up to preference, but that's kind of the route I would go. And that will be a clean sheet as well for Hartlepool United to open the episode. Kyle go for 8 million. Man, you've got a fucking bargain there. Is the season finished? This one? No, this has only just started. This is episode 3 of season 4. We're just getting into it, into the good spot. The transfer window's about to close, and we start for the win, and we start off remaining top of the league, which I guess is what his team. I mean, I could change the sliders, but this team really should be achieving back-to-backs. This team is good enough to do it. I don't want to make it that we have to stay in League 1 for more than one season, because we really shouldn't have to be. We really shouldn't be staying in League 1 for more than one season with the team we've got. And it's a clean win for Hartlepool. It looked more dominant than it was by the stats. It didn't feel like that, although Peterborough didn't get much that second half. 63 to 37 in terms of possession, 17 shots to 4, with the accuracy very bad, but we ignore that. And 2.6 expected goals to 1. We do get the win. They didn't have a shot the whole second half. Second half, we ran it. I don't know what this little number 1 is next to the players' names. That's kind of annoying. Man of the match goes to Ethan Roberts. Goal and an 8.5 for him today off the right-hand side. Fantastic display once again from the creative Welsh wizard. Jim Marango coming off the bench to seal the deal. It was at a 1-0 standpoint when he came on, but then he came on and just wrapped up the game, and it's what we needed, a bit of a moment like that to get this over the line. Jim Marango getting a goal, and it's an 8 rating for him. Rafa Contreras, strong and solid at the back with a 7.9. Some good ratings all around as well. Logan Duncan keeping another clean sheet. The Scottish goalkeeper has started off League 1 brilliantly. 3 shots on his goal today, 3 saves, stopped everything coming at him, which is all we need from our goalkeeper. And the assist coming from Palacios with a 6.6. And of course, we didn't get another assist because Ethan Roberts' goal was a rebound, but we don't talk about that too much because the game will give them a rebound. Oh, is that a regen? Afonso Castro, he could be decent. He got a best rating on the Peterborough side anyway, 7.4 for Afonso Castro. Decent ratings here. I'm trying to look at their player ratings. They've got a 61 rated goalkeeper in goal, and honestly, despite being 61 rated, wasn't genuinely that bad. He was okay. He did alright. 7 shots, 5 saves, 2 conceded for him. And as we continue to read down the list here, I'm just trying to take a look at the ratings to see what we've gone up against. Kwai Poku now at 75. Javi Hernandez another regen, and I reckon we can. Yeah, I reckon we should have beaten that. Who did I say for left back? I said James Justin from Leicester. Yeah, Zaire Emery was a fantastic signing. A brilliant signing. He was cracking for that Bolton rebuild. That Bolton rebuild, probably one of the best rebuilds I've ever done. Probably the best rebuild out of the lot so far. I've only done 6 or 7, but that was my favourite one. Getting so many wonder kids and pushing Bolton up. A lot of youth in that Bolton side, which is kind of how they're going in real life. We always confident about winning the game today. Honestly, I was a bit scared, but we did what we needed to do. That's all now. We were solid performance, good performance, got the job done. That's all. All we need is the 3 points. We don't need to look further than that. We definitely deserved our goals today, though. And yeah, Castro was solid. A regen CDM for Peterborough. We may be having a look at, a little gander at, see what he's about. we stuck to the task and we got a job done, like I said. What's his name? Afonso Castro. 71 rated he was. I don't know what age he'll be. We'll put him on the transfer hub and see what he's about. We're not going to sign him. We're just going to look at it, keep an eye on him. No more signings this window, and I don't think we have... I mean, we do have the money, but I don't think I'll need anyone else. We've got 18 million. And as well, Nezovic needs to go before this window closes or he's getting free agented. And I don't really want to do that, but he's too good to be here. I'm sure a club would pick him up quite quickly. Afonso Castro, 18 years of age, already 71 rated. He's a 6'7" CDM. If I get him, I'm transitioning him into a centre-back. I don't care. We'll have a look at him, though. And maybe think about it in January. If he's good and he's got potential. Esposito will be loaned out to Darmstadt for the year. Hopefully it's some good experience to begin there. Lebohang Shabalala, a 2-year loan deal. We'll give him another chance, but if he doesn't grow, he's going to have to go. And Logan Duncan, it looks like he's hit his potential of 74, which is A-OK for now. And by the end of the year, if he continues to play good form, probably about 75, which is still a good rate for a goalkeeper at this level, so I'm happy with it as well. CCV for 10 million, not a bad signing, to be fair. And it keeps going with the Leeds United States kind of build that Jesse Marcher started before he got sacked. Marius Thomas is happy to be getting the games, and Arango is happy as well because he showed me what he was about. And he wants a bit more game time, which I'm happy to give him if he keeps performing. I'm not against that. But looking at some of these big moves, and let's see any big moves on the final day. At the end of the episode as well, we'll be looking over the biggest transfer deals. CCV's Cameron Carter-Vickers, who's currently at Celtic. Probably due a move somewhere though. I believe this is Eduardo Esposito, confirming his loan deal to Darmstadt for the season. And he's got good potential as this man, the young Italian goalkeeper. And I'm happy to see what he can do. And we've got a loan agreement as well for Mariano Martinez. We need one of these, either Martinez or Ojeda, to go really on loan. I prefer both of them, but at least one of them would be good. Because they're both good players. And I will be giving Ojeda good game time so he doesn't complain. And Kasana Nkosi is a man who is not going to be going anywhere. Good potential. I'd like to keep him around. And he will stay around for some game time here. I don't think I loaned him out anywhere. I'll put him on the loan list. So he won't be going anywhere. Any more loan deals for the players I have put up? This is Lebohang Shabalala on the way out. A pretty busy deadline day. Shelbourne, get him for 2 years, and hopefully in the Irish League he can pop off, which I think he could, honestly, genuinely. I need that Nezovic deal to go through, man, ASAP. I don't mind nobody's come in for him, because he's a class player. Just too good for us. And this is another deal going through. I don't remember at this point who I'm loaning out here because we've loaned so many players. I believe this is Mariano Martinez, I just remembered. He will be a good player down the line, I think. But it's just we've got too many wingers. And I don't want to get rid of the two we've got between Ojeda and Martinez yet. So we're going to give them another season to see how they do on loan or wherever they're going to go. Lebohang Shabalala's move's gone through. And Palermo want Marius Thomas. Go away. He might not be here for a long time, but he's here for this season. Nezovic could go to Norwich. If they're coming with an offer for Nezovic, we can... Oh, that's a big bit of money as well. I'm not going to be spending the money, but I am going to be trying to get as much money as I can for Savka Nezovic. Just for the record, I know this... I won't... Like, if I do get all this money and I spend it, that's kind of cheating, so I won't be doing that. We'll go 50. We'll go an even 50. I'm sure they're paying even 50. I don't want to overdo it. But he's away. Well, hopefully will be away in time, Savka Nezovic. And that gets the biggest headache off my books. We probably could have asked for a bit more, but 50 million is a good amount. And we won't be spending that money, don't worry. Or at least we won't be spending all of it. I'm not going to go for a marquee signing. Almeria also coming in for Savka Nezovic. with Martin Munoz getting a transfer offer from Watford. I've done a U-turn on him. We're going to keep him around. And with Nezovic, we're going to go and do what we just said for Norwich. We're going to counter a clean 50. A clean 50 million. Without the player swap, of course. Just the 50. 35 and a sell-on clause. He's not going for less than 50. 50 is what I've got him priced at. 50 is the price. If you can't afford it, don't come in for offer, alright? No, we're not doing player. You keep offering players, I'll just walk out, mate. We've got it ready to go on Norwich. So just there we go, thank you. Was that so difficult? So we've got 2 bids on the table now. Which one will go for Savka Nezovic? Spend it. I don't know where I'd spend it though. We've got a very good team as it is. And I don't want to kind of go overboard with it. And this is Savka Nezovic leaving. I saw it on the right hand side there. He's picked Norwich. I believe Norwich currently in the Premier League. He'll be their star player. And there's nothing against the bloke. He's probably a very nice man and we may go back for him down the line in his career mode, but he's just way too good for us right now. And to keep a certain amount of realism, we can't be housing 80 rated players that could be like 85 by the end of the season. That's just not fair to the rest of the league. But 50 million fee for Savka Nezovic, a man who we brought in as a left back, was in fact not a left back, and he's going to go on to bigger and better things. We only got a C grade for him, but I didn't want to overcharge somebody. I think 50 million is a fair price. Now, theoretically, I could go out and just buy some wonder kids, buy some mad players, but I think with this squad, I'm happy with it. And I'm getting quite attached to a lot of these players, which is an issue, because some of these players won't stick around forever, but some of these players I'm really liking the way they're growing, the way they're developing, like McGregor and Moffat. They've been in here since day one in the academy, working their way up, and they've come into the first team and put in some good work. Galloway as well. I know he's not got his potential tag anymore, but he's fantastic. Contreras, I could happily part ways with, but I won't just yet because of his rating purely. Cochrane and Mills, I like Cochrane a lot. I think he's a long-termer in this career mode with his 5-star, 5-star, and solid centre mid play. I do like him. Curtis Mills I do like as well, but he's hit his potential at 72, so maybe get a couple more seasons at him. Roberts stays around, I think, along with Rodriguez. These two are going to stay probably for the duration of the career mode. Blanchard, well, I've not really had enough time to really have an opinion on him. And then Franichiller as well, a man who I've been kind of touting and hyping up since the start. He's got to stick around too. We've all got 5 substitutes, and I've just realised that's because we play in the Papa John's Trophy next. Nezovic might be one of the top deals of this window. Although Bernardo Silva has gone to PSG, so he's not even the top deal of today. He's the second top deal. But we're involved in the top deal, which is fine by me. And some inbox here. Nezovic, the transfer talks between him and Almeria broke down, and he's made his move to Norwich. And I believe they're Premier League. I could be wrong. Who's Kobe Kurbani? Because apparently we're linked to him. Wonder how he would do it. But we'll close the window now. And if we are going to splash a bit of cash, we'll do it in January. I'm happy with what we've got for now. So, are Norwich in the Prem? If so, that makes a lot more sense. If they're in the Championship and they've got 50 million, that's a bit unrealistic. Let's see. Norwich. They're in the Championship. Okay, well, I thought they'd been in the Prem, but there you go. The man's moved there. Nezovic. Definitely, probably the best player by quite a way, honestly. Yeah, the rest of the squad doesn't really show much, to be honest. Still got some decent players in there, but I think we've just given them a wonder kid. It's probably unrealistic we've sent him there, but we needed to send him somewhere. Exciting prospect, of course. He's going to pop off. He's the Perisic regen, to be fair, but he's ended up being a cam, which is quite weird. I never really tried him as a winger. Maybe I should have. 18 million for Tomiyasu. It's not a bad signing, but I don't know if it would drop down to the Championship. It's a good amount of money, though. And of course, transfer window closed, and we'll take a little look at what we've got in the academy for now. I was thinking of bringing up Brandon Hobbs and Hansen, Hugo Hansen. What we'll do with them, I think, is we'll bring them up and then loan them out in the January window. And of course, we've got a man getting ready to pop off down here. His potential looks absolutely fantastic, by the way. It's rounded out at 85 to 91. So if we bring him up, he's going to be an exciting prospect. And I'm going to bring him up because I kind of want to involve him in this next game, honestly. He barely gets game time. Yeah, true. That's a good point. He's got a try and chat position with Ben White, which, with Ben White having a great season, not surprised. But yeah, I think that's either exciting prospect or potential to be special there from Mashunguli Shabalala. We're bringing him up now and we're going to get him on the ropes here. Apparently he's at the club since 2025. There's no potential tag yet because he hasn't hit 60 overall, but we know what he's capable of and we know what he can do. So let's try and get... He's got 5-star weak foot, 5-star skill moves already. Let's just try and get the rest of these attacking stats, dribbling stats, etc. up. Because he is going to be a talent. There's a lot of players here that I really wish we'd loaned out, genuinely. Not as many loans as I expected. We've got 9 talents, I believe, out on loan now. Sam Porter, Jackson Barlow, Rob Patterson, Lebohang Malangu, Linus Isaksen, Albie Holmes, Eduardo Esposito, Lebohang Shabalala, and then Mariano Martinez all out on loans. There was a couple more I wish we could have got moves and loans for, but hasn't happened yet. But sometimes there's a lot of offers that come through in September, so we're just going to hope that there's some more offers that come through on the way. Like you see, Carpenter loan offer immediately in from SC Huesca, which we will accept on a short-term loan deal. He's got good potential, so I'd like to see him succeed. And Chabalala's happy to be up here, and I'm happy for him to be up here. 85 to 91 potential. We're going to give him a chance against Crawley. Why not? And Rob Clark, he will go to Mansfield, hopefully, if this deal goes through. I'm going to try and push for a $500,000 striker for me to sign. You're Leeds, aren't you? This might be a weird one, but just maybe because I tried this and I don't know if it really works as well. Well, it didn't work that well for me, but it could work well for a different, like maybe for you if you wanted a pacey striker. You've got Nonto, maybe switch him to a striker. It would save money, and you could move Nonto across. Why not? Yeah, we're gonna have to try and maybe penny pinch a bit here. We don't really need to because we've got 62 million because of the sale of Nezovic, but we'll try and get what we can get from him. But if you don't want to do that, obviously, you could sign Daka from Leicester, maybe. Take a player off a rival. Or Broya. Yeah. It'd probably be a loan offer for Broya, but you could get him in on a loan deal. Good experience for him. But those would be my 3 suggestions. Nonto, Daka, or Broya. Probably the best ones. Just move Nonto off the left. It doesn't take long to switch to a striker, but the problem is he's small, but he's pacey. So it's kind of 50-50. Score prediction, Southampton versus Huddersfield. Oh, I'm going to say 2-0 Southampton. Up next then, Papa John's Trophy. Just a bit of relax in this one. We're not going to take it too seriously. I would like to win it, but I think with the quality we have, we're probably favourites. We're probably considered favourites in this one. And in the league, 2 points clear. Now, Portsmouth losing to whoever they were playing. I can't remember who they were playing. They dropped down a bit. And Rotherham take that automatic promotion spot. MK Dons, Portsmouth, Bristol Rovers, and Northampton currently in those playoff spots, which is surprising for Northampton because they were in the League 2 with us for a bit. And they're doing their own little rebuild, I guess. Undefeated so far this season. Right, let's go for it then. Let's get the 2s out here. Both my formations have turned into my main team. Okay, right. Let's figure this out. Because I end up doing this every time. I always forget to change between the team sheets. So this will be a little bit of just a quick thing here. So this will be our second team. Do I want to trust Rojas? I guess. I mean, he's not great, but why not? We've got plenty of talent here. Left back will be Nemeni and Kosi when I can find them. Right back will be Ramon Alonso. Hansen's fine, and he will work alongside Tomlinson. I really wish we could have found someone from McDonald, though, man, because I don't think he's going to make it now. We'll whack him on the bench, though. But I don't think he's going to make it through this career mode, unfortunately, because he's a good player as well. Midfielders, we're going to have Nemeni and Kosi, or Kasana, sorry, and Kosi. I think with 2 and Kosi, it's getting quite confusing. I think one of them probably won't make it through to the end anyway. Maybe both of them. But for now, we're going to have to do a couple of double names. Ollie Dalton, I want to give a game to. as well as the man we just called up, Mashunguli Shabalala. Striker-wise, we're going to go for Carpenter and Arango, because Arango impressed me last game, and Carpenter on his way up in the club. In fact, no, we're going to give it to Ramon. Okay, I'll put Ramon Murray on the bench. He's one I really wanted to loan out as well. He's going to be another one where, does he make it now kind of situation. Christopher Quigley as well. There's just so much talent here that we couldn't get on the loan. Pain in the butt. I reckon we go with that for the team against Crawley. It's a bit of a rotated outfit, but it's fine by me. We'll maybe give a couple of bench spots to some lesser players as well. Thomas Bishop, another one I wish we'd loaned out. McGregor as well. Desperately need him to loan out because he's got good potential. And I don't want to damage that, but now we're fucked till January, which is annoying. There's not enough teams that come in for loans on players, but maybe I've loaned too many players. Ojeda definitely gets a game here. I'm sorry, Munoz, but I need to keep Ojeda happy. We'll go with that for the team today. No substitute goalkeeper, which could be a risk if Rojas plays like shit. But that will be our second team for at least today, and maybe for down the line. I'm not really sure yet. We'll go into the pre-match press conference to see what they've got to say about the Papa Jones. Would Edouard come down? Possibly. I mean, he's at Palace, and he kind of rotates with Mateta at the moment. Be a good, strong, physical striker to have. It's up to you, really. You're confident qualifying. It's in our hands. But yeah, I mean, Edouard's a decent one. I don't know if you could get him on a loan. Probably not, but... Can you kick off with a win? Let's see how we match up. 1-0 down. Okay, my prediction's wrong already. Good start, good start. The win against Peterborough Town. Supporters are expecting more of the same against Crawley. Well, I mean, I would expect to beat Crawley, but we've gone very, very, very rotated. So maybe we actually might lose here, genuinely. Just to give some more players some time. Oh, and Nketiah would definitely, if you could loan Nketiah, that would be a cracking signing. Right, let's get to the news and then we'll get into the game. Arango scores first goal this season. Arango scored for the first time this season to push Hartlepool United to a 2-0 win against Peterborough United. Shabalala in demand. Is this me or is this... I thought it was one of our players. International teams interest. I don't think I have... I can't remember if I put international management on. I think I turned it off. I don't remember. Who's looking at us? Hungary. Okay. New Zealand. Finland. Wales. And Canada. Canada would be a fun one. I have to sneeze. There we go. Right. This week's star performers. We didn't get anyone in there. I mean, there was no really stand out for us. It was just kind of a calm, cool, collected win. So I don't mind that much. And here's some other results that are about as well. Club news. Player of the month shortlist. We got anyone in there? We do. Is it bad that I don't know who that is? It's Roberts. I thought it was, but I just couldn't. I didn't want to get it wrong. Roberts for Hartlepool. Dean for MK Dons. Kim Jong-woo for Cambridge United. And Wiles for Rotherham United are the player of the month nominees for August. So let's get into it then. This is the team. Duncan in goal. Syke. Rojas in goal. Nkosi and Alonso as the fullbacks. Tomlinson and Hansen as the centre-backs. With Nkosi centre mid and Dalton at cam. This is two Nkosis. I apologise for that if it gets confusing. Shabalala off the left, the man we just literally promoted from the Youth Academy with 85 to 91 potential. I want to see how far I can get that pushed through in the early going here and then find a loan for him in January. Ojeda off the right, another one I want to find a loan for. In fact, most of his team, mostly starting 11, I want to try and find a loan for, but I don't know if it'll happen. With Carpenter and Arango up front at Victoria Park, it is Hartlepool United versus Crawley Town in the first game of the Papa John's Trophy group out of 2. It's not a big deal, really, if we don't win it, but if we do get promoted, it'll be our last chance to give it a go. So we might as well go for it. Why not? So let's get into it. They're hyping this as a big game, I don't know why. It's not a big game. They're hyping up Shabalala, yeah, they will be. He is a fucking good man. Oh, we've got the fans here. They're here wherever we go. 8 million for Nketiah, good or bad? Yeah, good. To see what he can go into. He has quite good potential on FIFA, so that's a good deal. 2-0 down at half time. I mean, Huddersfield are a bit of a wild card. I mean, Crawley have gone all out here with their lineup. I mean, realistically, I expect them to do that because they're probably going first a lot more than I am. But it gives me a good chance to play some of the kids that won't get a lot of game time this year. And that's why I like these Papa John Trophy runs, these Carabao Cup runs. Obviously, we got knocked out against Fulham. We got kind of fucked over in the draw with that. But it's good to see what these guys are capable of before we ship them out on loan, hopefully. Dalton, Alonso. We could probably still win this, but Jade's one who I know he's got a future somewhere. I don't know where it's going to be. Arango couldn't finish it off. It was a good save. It didn't really go to the right player there. I'm going to be straight up with you. It was not who I was intending the ball to be passed to, but it's fine. Nkosi charging forward. Look at this man. Just charges straight through. Did get tackled by Fran Salette, but he's still pressing. It's going to fall to Carpenter. Oh my God, the press from Nkosi. He's on a mad one today. And unfortunately, Carpenter puts it just the wrong side of the post. But the press there from Kasana and Nkosi. Oh, he's going to be something, I'll tell you that much for free. 4-0 at full time. Great, I don't know if that's sarcastic or if that's sincere, but thank you, Arsenal fan, Saka. If it's sarcastic, I'm not that great, but if it's sincere, thank you, I'm trying. Shabalala inside to Carpenter. Can he score this time? It's saved by Greensell at the near post. I just called Teller back since he is back from his loan IRL. Yeah, no, good move. He is a wonder kid, and he'll probably move from Southampton in the summer to a bigger club, but he is a good little talent. Carpenter, oh, just missed that completely. It's sincere. I appreciate it, mate. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best. Try and put as much energy into these as I can. When this game, sometimes this game really doesn't work properly and it just gets on my nerves. You'll hear quite a lot of rage if you're here on a more permanent basis. Good block initially. Second ball saved by Rojas. But I'm glad you're enjoying the commentary. Shabalala's been taken down. If he gets injured in his first match, by the way, I've hyped up this wonder kid who's got 85 to 91 potential. And he gets injured in his first match. That's just a poor show, really. Kosi, Tomlinson. See, I'm a bit more relaxed in these ones because it's Papa John's Trophy. You can just, it's not too bad. You can just put the second team out and see what they're capable of. Rango making a run. I don't want to say Rango's in the second team, but he had a good performance last game, so I want to see if he can continue his momentum. Be a good game for him to do it. Good tackle by Ramon Alonso. I don't want to say Alonso's in the second team either, but he is. He's behind McGregor at the moment. Ajeda. I couldn't get the ball in properly. I do shout a lot, yeah. I do, but I'll give you that. But when it's a big limbs moment, when it's an important moment, the shouting has to come in. When the limbs start, I start. That's the problem with me. I get too hyped sometimes. Ollie Dalton. But I suppose that's a good thing as well. It shows how attached I am to this team already. Ojeda, he's going to have to try and find a way in here, and I don't know if he's going to be able to. Yes, he is. He's Ojeda. Jay Marango in the near post is another good save from Greensall. But Ojeda even has definitely got something. I just wish we could have found a loan for him. As long no one's going to displace Roberts as the first team winger. Score prediction versus Blackpool. I'm going to say 2-0. Score prediction versus Rotherham. 3-1 Southampton. Oh Jesus, Ojeda, what are you doing, mate? Nothing against you, but like, it's not a smart move. I can't just hype you up for you to take me down like that. Ball in to Nadeson. It's going to be intercepted by Ramon Alonso. And Mateo Rojas will play it out to the left. Shabalala, let's see what he can do on his debut. Going to try and find Carpenter. He hasn't quite got it all yet, Shabalala. Of course, he's only 70 or 57 rated. But of course, he gets a vote of confidence from the manager for having the same surname. It's a big bonus. If you've got the same surname or first name as the manager, you get a bit more of a chance than everybody else, which is maybe a bit unfair, but such is life. I thought Hansen cut that out there. He hadn't. Telford's gone for a cheeky chip. Grabbed well by Rojas. That could have gone a bit wrong. I suppose Telford as well. He was always a pain in League Two. Hopefully we don't have to face him again much more. What I'm really meaning is I hope we don't get relegated to League Two again, which we shouldn't. If we do, I'd probably gone from the club, to be fair. Ramon Alonso. It's a poor pass back from the Crawley player, but Alonso brings it in. Now Ollie Dalton. He's another one I like to see a bit more of, but I'd like to see him on loan, to be honest. Ojeda's going to make the run. He's got the pace. He's got the options in the middle. Jay Marango's gagging for it. It's inside to Carpenter. Can't get the shot off. So Way wants to get by Crawley, who are putting up a fight here. You've got to respect that. I've got to respect it fully. Then again, this is Crawley's full first team against our backup. Maybe even some third string players. Literally a player got promoted on the same day as getting a game today. So it's a block again in the corner for Crawley. This game's passed quite quickly. I didn't realise we're at 37th minute already. There's not a goal to be seen yet from Victoria Park. Don't expect many, to be honest, because I don't know how much ability our strikers have. I know what Rango has, obviously, but we've not seen a lot of Carpenter. Ojeda's avoided the challenge, and he's got the pace, and he's got the room. And this could be Vicente Ojeda's chance to create something for Hartlepool United. This is what I mean. He's just on it. He's like a Spanish Ochoa, and the ball in by Rango. It's another save again. This goalkeeper's on it today. This could be a problem. Rango now makes a bit more room. Going to try and knock it back. Not that far back. Jesus Christ. Okay, right. I've got a story for that one. It was meant to be to Dalton, but it's gone all the way back to Nkosi, and I didn't expect it to. But Nkosi wins it back. The press from him is good again. Ollie Dalton into a Rango. It's intercepted and brought away once again. We are struggling to get through Crawley here, but mind we are playing our very low players here, very low rated players. Players don't get as much game time. They're blocked by Tomlinson and gets to a little brawl with Tilly there while Nkosi steers it clear with a minute before the break. We're not going to get another chance, I don't think. Crawley still might, though. It depends how long it takes with it. Telford getting watched by Tomlinson. It's ball inside. Johnson, now one more in to Tilly. Blocked by Nkosi. And it's kind of bouncing everywhere. We can get it away. And that'll be 0-0 once again at the break. Salisu's injured. Oh, no. That's a bad one. Salisu is fucking fun in career mode as well. Hopefully it's not a long-term injury. 1-0 bicycle kick. Is that you predicting my game or what's happened in your game? Because I'm not good at bicycle kicks. 0-0 at the break. It's not really been a breakthrough for either side because Greensall's been so good in the Crawley net. And Crawley really hasn't tried anything on us too much, apart from that cheeky chip from Telford. 1-0 to Charlton Athletic over Derby. 2-1 to Fleetwood over Wickham. 1-0 to Sutton over Sheffield Wednesday. What? Sheffield Wednesday losing to Sutton. I said they were going to have a good season. Portsmouth leading Birmingham City 1-0. Port Vale drawing 0-0 with Doncaster. Rochdale losing 1-0 to Barrow. In real life, that probably would make sense because Rochdale were bottom of the league in real life. But in this career mode, Rochdale are in League 1 and Barrow finished bottom of League 2 last year. So it's a bit surprising too. Peterborough leading Bristol Rovers 1-0, and it's still 0-0 here at Victoria Park with the stats looking like this: 57 to 43 in terms of possession, 6 shots to 5, 2.6 expected goals to 0.7. We've had a lot more accuracy and a lot more chances, but their goalkeeper has been solid. He's been equal to it so far. Oh, you scored a bicycle kick. Fair play, mate. I can't do bicycle kicks at all, ever. And it's so... I mean, it's not a bad thing because it's just easier to score normal goals, obviously, but I just wish I could. I've just absolutely missed that with Hansen. Jesus Christ. Could be a route through for Crawley there. Tomic on the left. Alonso going to try shadow him a little bit here. It's not gone greatly. And of course he does get in the way. Gets pressed into losing it. What the hell's happened there? Sorry. How did I lose the ball? I think he's offside anyway, but I just want to have a little gander here. Because I just perfectly controlled this. What? How does this even come about? So I could... no, so you'll see a lot of this as well if you do. I do go into the instant replay quite a bit. So I control this. It kind of goes through my foot a little bit. It's interesting. In fact, no, not a little bit. It just goes entirely through my foot. Alright, cool. And then just kind of leaves it behind. I don't really know what happened there. But it's offside, thankfully, even if it was a close effort. Nadeson nearly putting Crawley in the lead. Wouldn't have counted, but just got to be aware of that danger. We don't have any of our big hitters off the bench either. I'm resting them for the league. Because if we are going to go for the league title, we're going to have to go all out for it against some of these opponents. Shabalala just holding it up. Can't really do much. Tomlinson pushes forward a little bit. Dalton now into James Arango, who gets clattered by Mazid. And he better not be injured. No, no, no. Get up. No! Oh, it's his knee as well. He's going to have an ACL injury, isn't he? That might be it for James Arango this season, potentially. Pain. Pain. I really hope that's not a long-termer. Ramon Murillo gets his introduction earlier than planned. Oh, Christ almighty. That better not be a long-termer, because you all know, if you've been around here for a while, how I feel about this man. A very good player. Some very good potential. He's come through with a kick on the back end as well as Mazid. Not intentional, obviously, but that could be worse than what it initially looked. I was going to bring on Murillo at some point, but earlier than planned. And with 3-0 going on in the chat, we've got a big injury, but it could be Ramon Murillo with instant impact. It's a good save. The drop ball went straight to us. Of course it should have done, because we had the ball, and Haley took advantage of it. But Ramon Murillo is once again saved by Greensel, who seems to be on his... He's had his Weetabix this morning, I'll tell you that much for free. Ball through to Spong. Kind of just about makes it through. Playing it well here, Crawley now, and that might give him some confidence. Closed down by Alonso. I think I said Sarabia or Sanabria went to the club. I didn't see the whole thing. I'm just focusing on defending there. Jesus Christ, Aiden, you're pummeling him. 4-0 at half-time, 3-0 in the Leeds game in my chat. I do like seeing other people's career modes as well as my own. It's quite interesting to see what other ideas people have. Ollie Dalton, Ojeda does have that bit of pace. He apparently doesn't have the direction though. His sat-nav turned off. He does cut in nicely. Can he get it inside to Ramon Murillo? It's blocked by Fran Salette, only as far as Dalton. And Corsi from range, blocked to Carpenter. He can't turn and shoot. He can't get the ball under his feet, or out from under his feet, and I can't get it to Shabalala. We might actually draw here, which I guess wouldn't be the worst result with these lads, but at the same time, if we want to go for the Papa John's trophy, we might have to put a bit more effort into it. Then again, it's a good save from Rojas. That was bouncing awkwardly, and I thought that was going to be 1-0 Crawley. 3-0 I won. Fair play. And Aiden is just destroying Rotherham. Right, let's... We've not got a striker. Well, we do have a striker. It's Murillo. Do we try Riley McGregor out? Not Riley McGregor. I forgot his first name. I think it might be Riley, actually. I don't remember his first name, but we're going to bring on Riley McGregor for Ollie Dalton. Dalton's been active in that midfield, but I think we need to freshen up a little bit. Probably making a change as well. Tom Jenks coming on. And I know his name's Tom Jenks because he's caused me pain in the past. And the change being made now from Hartlepool. Ollie Dalton, decent play. Nothing out of... nothing incredible. But it brings on McGregor, who we can see what he's on about and all about as well. I was really hoping to get those loans done, but they haven't happened yet. Maybe it'll happen between now and January. I'm kind of hoping. Ojeda cuts it out, gets fouled. I think he actually did get touched the ball. Maybe it wasn't a foul. Might have been a nicer tackle than I first saw. But Tomic is offside, so the play stops and we go again. We have got McGregor on the bench if I need a bit more talent off that right back spot, but I don't. It's been a good day for the defenders. I'm playing Watford now. Score prediction. Your Leeds, aren't you? So I'm going to say 2-1 win, because Watford have a good side, but Leeds should be able to defeat that. Oh, Alonso's just sent him to the floor. McGregor. We've got another McGregor. Not just Ollie, we've got, I can't remember if it's Riley. Murillo, Carpenter, slot this in. Oh, Greensel, will you stop? We're going to bring on Shane McDonald as well. I can't believe how far he's gone down the pecking order. I really like him as well, but I just can't justify using him. We've got better players now, unfortunately, but he comes on for some minutes. And of course he's going to try and deliver us to a big head, which could be McDonald's big head. It's going to be Murillo's not big head because he's like 5'8". Ojeda off the edge of the box. Oh, if someone deserves a goal today, it's him. Just off target though. Not bad from Vicente Ojeda, who we couldn't find a loan deal for, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll get one soon, but good effort and probably the man who deserves the goal the most today if we do get one. I don't know if he will though, because Crawley have put up a good fight, especially their goalkeeper. Nadeson down the left, or down the right here. I don't know my directions apparently anymore. Jenks, he's a problem. We always know he's a problem from League 2. I didn't make a tackle run on Alonso. What the fuck? I expected when I pressed the tackle I would tackle, but I guess I'm not expecting too much. Good ball in. It was going to happen. It's bloody Tom Jenks. I knew it bloody would be. But like realistically, on a serious note, why didn't it tackle there? Could be a shot win for Crawley here, but then again, it's not a big deal. Well, Rojas could have done a bit better really, but I knew it was going to be them that scored. Felt like it as the half went on, and of course it is. Teddy Jenks, I don't remember his first name, but I know he's a problem. I called him Tom. We've got 18 minutes to try and dig ourselves out of this hole that we're now in. Maybe we should have had a first team member, someone who could change the tide of the game on the bench just in case. And Kosi goes around Tilly here. Might have to just push as hard as we can here now. Carpenter for it to Ramon Murillo. Got a lot of options on. Oh, I don't know if McGregor was even on side, but it was Greensol who closed it down again. He has been a pain today. And Kosi, Shabalala. Okay, it's not where I've headed it whatsoever. That's okay. McDonald comes across and asserts his power. The 6'4" Scot. And now Ojeda. I think Carpenter's on. Oh, lads, right. We're going to have a conversation. We actually might lose to Crawley here, which is going to be a pain. But I suppose if we beat Exeter, we'll be fine. A bit stronger lineup against them because they're in the same league as us. Greensol launches it. We've had our chances today, boys. It's just either Greensol has been equal to it in the Crawley net, or we just haven't just hit the target. It's been a bit of a difficult one today. I wish we brought somebody on the bench with Shabalala, because he's feeling it now. He's not been bad, but it's his first game ever, and I realise we probably should have brought in an option for him. Have we got time for anything in this one? Hansen blocks it. It's going to come to Alonso, who can bring it away. Except he can't bring it away, and the ball's going to roll to them. Hansen misses a tackle. It's going to get worse in it. Rojas comes across. I mean, this is the reason why they're second string. This is the reason why some of these need loans, some more experience before they get into this squad. It kind of shows some of these today. Carpenter, that's nice, but can't get the ball through. I mean, such a good ball through as well. And Nkosi. To Nkosi. That's confusing. Oh, okay, that's not where I passed it. Continues to press. Now falling back a little bit. And it looks as if we're going to lose to Crawley, which is a bit of a pain, but it's one of the games I care least about. If it's the only game we lose today, that's absolutely fine. I don't know what Nkosi's doing here. I don't really know what anyone was doing there, to be honest with you. 8-1! Fucking hell. Rotherham in the mud. Alright, well, I mean, fair play to Crawley. They've taken all our attack and made one of their own and scored from it. And it is kind of a shocking result, but at the same time, off the line there, brilliant defending, and it's a second clearance. We can't get the ball away though for good. Rojas holds on to it. They've put in a good performance, and their goalkeeper especially deserves this more than anybody, but we'll go for it. McDonald has got in the way of Nkosi, but that's okay because it's worked kinda. Nkosi try to find Shabalala, it's just not going to go through. We're not going to have it. Probably our chance to get an equaliser now. Nadeson covered by Alonso. We might get one more chance to push it up the pitch. And McGregor. Murillo just gets caught. It's not going to be our day, boys. Not going to be our day. Which is okay. I kind of have expected it with the team we put out. Maybe I was expected a draw, honestly. But we haven't had that today. Fair play to Crawley. They come to our back end and our backyard. And McGregor's been fouled there, but the game's over. Well, not really a start we wanted, of course, but I'm not going to cry over it. Teddy Jenks making a difference to Crawley. Maybe out too weak of a squad. But it's not the end of the world. Unfortunately, it is a loss, but we can move on. And, I mean, out of the competitions I'm in, if I have to take a loss in the competition, this is the competition I take the loss in. So, it means if I win... if I win anything else, if I lose this, you know, it's kind of 50-50. I'll take a loss here if it means winning the league games. I know what I'm on about anyway. What's your thoughts on the 8-1 win for me? That's ridiculous. That's insane. Fair play to you. But Rotherham are, I mean, I guess Rotherham aren't good, but that is mad still. That scoreline is incredible. 50-50 in terms of possession, 13 shots to 11. We had 4.1 expected goals to their 1.9. You got to question how the fuck we didn't put one of the chances away, to be honest. But fair play to Crawley for taking the pressure and coming up trumps. And it's got to be their goalkeeper that's man of the match. Man of the match for us was Ramon Alonso. Both the fullbacks today were solid. Ramon Alonso with an 8. Nemeni and Nkosi with a 7.8 as well. Teo Rojas having a good goalkeeper performance as well, but just let one in, unfortunately, and that is what sunk us. 7 shots in his goal, 6 saves, and a goal conceded from Mateo Rojas. Vicente Ojeda not doing too bad as well. Creative off that right hand side for most of the game, and Hansen the better of the centre backs, with McDonald putting in a better effort than Tomlinson when he came on, so I have to keep an eye on that. But yeah, you can't really give it to anyone else. Man of the match, Rashan Greensall, the Crawley goalkeeper, put in 6 saves from 6 shots from us. We just weren't allowed past him today, and that we couldn't make that move past him, and it does mean a 1-0 loss, unfortunately. The goal coming from Teddy Jenks, who came off the bench with a 7.7, and the assist coming from Jack Rolls with 7.1. They've got some decent players in that squad, and we did really rotate, but at the same time, I would have liked something out of that game, but it is what it is. Like I said, if I lose there, and it means I win all the other games today in the league, we take it. I've just seen Salisa's injury. Oh god, how bad is it? Also, we've got an injury as well. Jay Marango. I hope that's not. I really hope it's not an ACL. Sunguli Shabalala didn't. I mean, obviously didn't pop off today. Didn't do it incredibly, but it's literally his first game ever. 1-0 in the 90th minute to you or Blackpool? Oh, not Blackpool. Who you play? I can't remember. I need to scroll up. To Watford, yeah, sorry. I'm getting mixed up here in my brain. Versus play from Reece McGregor. It's Reece McGregor, not Riley McGregor. I don't know where I got Riley from. 1-0 to you. Fair play. Late winner against Watford. You love to see that. Taking form and league position into account, I mean, it's not really a big deal because it's the Papa John's trophy, but just couldn't get enough of the ball. We'll say that. It was 50-50. ACL injury. Oh, Christ. Yeah, you need a... Yeah. He's up for probably the season. I'm really hoping Arango doesn't have that same diagnosis. Oh, God. Right, give it to me straight. First of all, offer for Rob Clark. We'll accept that because it's more than what Mansfield offered, but you'd probably rather go to Mansfield, to be fair. 2 bumps. Okay, it could have been worse. He was holding his leg, though. So he's got a dislocated shoulder. I'm not sure about that one. But yeah, it's a 2-month injury, which is still bad. And Vergara did want a chance, but we didn't give it to him. We gave it to Alonso. But, I mean, it could be worse, but it's just... Arango's one of the wonder kids, you know? And Westcott have accepted that loan for Carpenter, which will go through in January. With an international management offer from Wales, who were interested in us. We're going to decline for now. In fact, we probably won't take one. It's just kind of... I don't know, I probably should have turned it off. Right, so... Let me just get this straight. We've got a loan, not a loan, a injury now for Jay Marango with 2 months recovery period, which is a bit of a problem. We'll work on his finishing stats a bit more once he comes back, and then we'll move him about, I think. Try and get some more stats up along the way. But that is a pain, quite literally as well. We've got Harry Howell, of course, Maria. We've got. It's not like we've not got plenty of people to fall back on. It's just I wish he wasn't injured, you know. Yeah, but in all seriousness, we just need to figure it out and move on. Let's get to the team sheets and take him off the bench. Then unavailable player. I'm aware of that. I'm changing that right now. Don't remind me. Has a Howell. Where is he? Where's Harry Howell? Oh, he's on international duty. Christ's sake. Okay. Did we get an international duty email? Might have done. I might have just forgotten. Right. Let's have a look. Too much inbox. Was there anything for international news? Players on international duty. There was. Okay. This must have been the end of the last episode. Cochrane, Duncan, Howell, and... Christ, okay. So I got no goalkeeper, no midfield, and no backup striker. This is going to be a... Oh, this is going to be a difficult one. Right. Quigley, you're up. And... Rojas, you're in as well. Don't ruin all Duncan's good work, though. Oh, Christ. What do I want to do here? Mancini comes off for Palacios completely. I've got no midfield. Right, Marius Thomas obviously steps in. And I guess we're bringing in Kosi again. With, who are we going to have on the bench? I guess McGregor? No, Dalton. I suppose. Give him a bit more time. And then backup goalkeeper, I suppose, Mancini. It's a bit of a mix and mash in this one because international duty snuck up on us and I completely forgot about it. I'm playing Norwich. Score prediction. I'm going to say 3-2 to you. Alright, let's take a look at the news then before we get into this next game. Crucial Jenks goal seals Hartlepool defeat. Jenks' crucial goal helped his team seal win against Chabla's men. It was a bit of a shock loss, but not really too much of a shock because we rotated a lot. Arango injury worries fans. Hartlepool fans will have plenty to be worried about after yesterday's match against Crawley. Arango's picked up a dislocated shoulder injury, leaving him unavailable for the near future. And to make it worse, we didn't even get Player of the Month. Wiles got it for Rotherham United. Wiles' impressive performance for Rotherham United earned him the EFL League One Player of the Month award for August. Just to remind you as well, the Player of the Month nominees were Roberts for Hartlepool, Dean for MK Dons, Kim Jong-woo for Cambridge United, and Wiles for Rotherham United. Rhys McGregor made his senior debut. He's only just graduated from the youth team in senior football, but Rhys McGregor put in his first performance today. He's young and full potential. We've not seen much of him in first team action, but we can soon expect to see a lot more. Bear with me, guys. I need to take a phone call, so I will try not to be too long. Sorry about that, ladies and gents. It's just an important call I had to quickly take there. Let me get set back up again and we'll get into this game. Also, if you've posted anything in the chat in the past 2 or so minutes, I haven't seen it. So I apologise for that as well. Who do I get for 38 million? I need a centre back. Try to think of homegrown talent. Did you get you got Brian Gahey, didn't you? Have you got Bella Kotchap still? Maybe slot in Bella Kotchap. Right, into third game of today then. Rochdale is the plan, and this team is probably the plan team to use because we've got no Duncan from international duty, no Mills from international duty, with Arango and Howell, or Arango injured I should say. Howell and Cochrane also away on service for their country in terms of footballing news. So what we're going to do here, we're actually going to switch Munoz in because he's not in the game for a little bit. We're also going to put in Palacios, but the rest of the team will remain like this. This is how we're going to look against Rochdale. Rojas in goal, Moffat and McGregor as the fullbacks, Galloway and Contreras as the centre-backs, with Nkosi centre-mid, Thomas Cam, Palacios off the left, Munoz off the right, and Blanchard and Rodriguez leading the line here at Crown Lane, or whatever Rochdale Stadium name is. I have to go have a look. I think it's Spotland Stadium. Rodriguez captain inside today, like I said, and they've got Nezovic as well, but thankfully it's not the Nezovic that we had because he's gone to Norwich. He wanted to have a team around his name. So at Spotland Stadium, it is Rochdale versus Hartlepool United. Let's get into it. Mavropanos would be a solid option. I'm trying to think of others. 38 million. I know he's just moved to Leicester in real life, but you could always get Connor Cody, perhaps. He's a bit older, but he's a tall, strong defender. Unless you're looking for somebody younger, in which case I'll have to think again. Maybe Nathan Collins from Wolves, because he just moved in real life. That is the side of Rochdale, who managed to... I'm going to be honest with you, and this is no way in terms of a dig and in terms of a rude insult to Rochdale, I suppose. But how the hell have Rochdale got with that team? And not only did Rochdale get up with that team, they came second place. Automatics. I do like it though, because the two teams that got relegated in real life are the two teams that got promoted in the same season. I do like that a little bit. But at the same time, it's... I mean, it's a bit weird as well.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
Right, boys. Off that loss to Crawley, we need to refocus on what is important. And what is important is League One and back-to-back promotions now. Rochdale are beatable, very beatable. One of the more beatable teams in this division, no offence to them. They are 22nd at the moment. They have just slid their own player, and that could be a move in for us now. Rodriguez going to try and get a ball across to Blanchard, who had pressure on him there. Couldn't get a ball on target. But the Rochdale players slid for each other. Yeah, Blanchard's just completely connected with that in the wrong way. And it means that it's a goal kick, and it's a poorer start. But at the same time, it was quite funny seeing those two Rochdale players collide into each other. Ball all the way to ball. Of course, he tries to intercept it, but Jones, I think he was our former man. If that's the same Jones, I think I sold him to Rochdale. I might be wrong. There's a lot of transfer activity going on. I need to, at some point, I need to scour for all the episodes and catch up with what I've been doing in terms of transfers, etc. Which will be something I'll do when I have free time. Thomas blocks that away perfectly to Rodriguez. Won't be doing anything this weekend because I've got a lot on. As I said earlier. One of the best defensive teams in the league. Take a screenshot of that. Enjoy that, because we won't be the best team defensively in the league by the end of the season because I can't defend. And also, it might even got shit today because we've got Rojas in goal. No offense to Rojas, but he's no Logan Duncan. Nkosi off the edge of the area. It's blocked for a corner. Could have gone anywhere. Munoz. Thomas. Oh, Christ almighty. Thought I could get into stride there, and the way he started the season, he's kind of tailed off a little bit, but that's fine, because I didn't expect him to start the season the way he did. He's done something this season. That's more than what I expect him to do. He's almost forced himself into a starting lineup place, and the reason he's got it today, of course, is because of Mills' international duty, but majority of the time, I kind of think of him first over Mills at the moment, or Cochrane sometimes. But his start to the season has stood him in good stead. Just needs to try and find some form again because he's tailed off a little bit. He's not been bad, don't get me wrong, but the goals have dried up a little bit. Of course, he's just, I feel like he's a bit, I don't know what the word, I guess slow would probably be the word, but I feel like it just feels like I don't know how to explain it. Just clunky. Clunky's the word. Giving it a session by Galloway, you read that perfectly. But I feel like he's a bit clunky at the moment. Maybe in time I'll get more used to him, but it's not where I want to pass it. And it worked out initially, but then we lost it. And Rochdale probably try to prove here that they belong in League One. It's going to be a big proving ground game, this, for them. And I don't want to have to relegate them, but we're only 7 games in, so it won't really make a big difference at the moment. They're in 22nd just now. They are in a relegation battle, which is kind of expected. But I thought we'd have to be the ones to put him down. And Corsi, knock it off to Thomas. They're defending well here. They do have 5 at the back. Munoz into Rodriguez, who's had a struggle this season. I don't know what's up with him. Ever since we gave him the captain's armband, he's not really been the Rodriguez we know and love. He scored 2 goals so far this season, which is poor for his standards. We had the early goal burst from Marius Thomas, but nobody really stepping up to the plate to be a consistent goal scorer. I'm wondering if the sale of Jean-Paul Sarr was a little too soon. Because Blanchard's had a couple of goals, but nothing really out of the ordinary yet. And I'm wondering if maybe we made the wrong decision on Jean-Paul Sarr. Problem is, we could try and bring him back, but I think Nottingham Forest are in the Premier League. No, they're not. They're in the Championship. I do remember actually checking that when he moved. So we could bring him back if necessary, but I don't want to have to bring him back just because we can't find goals. The goals will flow eventually. It's just a matter of this team getting used to each other. Blanchard! There we go! When I say the goals will flow eventually, I didn't think it'd be right there and then. Achille Blanchard. I mean, I don't know if I should be going in that header, but I'm not going to complain. It's a great ball over from Rodriguez. I think it was Rodriguez. just to VAR this. Yeah, Rodriguez with the ball over. A good little play. And Blanchard gets in front of his man. Manages to send it away from the goalkeeper. Looking back, it's actually quite a good header. Especially from that kind of range. Good connection, good power, and good placement. I may have been a bit harsh at first. But that is 1-0 Hartlepool. I believe that's only the second goal, or third goal potentially. I don't remember for Achille Blanchard. It is his third goal in 5 matches. So it's not a bad record, but maybe I'm just over-expecting. Maybe I'm just asking for too much. I don't know. But we lead at Scotland Stadium, as we probably should be doing. No offence to Rochdale, but I'll be just straight up mean here. If you're a Rochdale fan, I apologise for saying this, but if Rochdale don't get relegated in this season, I'll be very shocked. Because their team is genuinely not good enough to be here. I don't know how they've done it. In fact, I do know how they've done it. Exeter bottled it. And I was saying earlier in the Papa John's Trophy, we'll see Exeter and we'll probably put a stronger team out because they're in the same league as us. They didn't even get promoted in the end, which is mad. Thomas! Oh, it's wide. Four seasons in, I'm probably still not pronouncing his name right because he is French rather than English, but if I call him Marius Thomas, I'm not really... I like Marius Thomas a bit more. I also don't even pronounce it in French, so we'll just call him Marius Thomas. We'll call him falling on the floor, man, because he's just been falling on the floor there. Galloway has that covered, as he always does. This Scottish defender is my favourite centre-back. I can't say my favourite defender overall because I think McGregor has that crown at the moment. The way he's just seamlessly... He took Alonso's position because Alonso was injured, and he's just stayed there because he's been so bloody good. Alonso's not got back in the squad. McGregor sends that man on his bum. Thomas, Blanchard, and Corsi. We're cooking something here, boys. We're cooking something. Blanchard try to find a way through. It's going to be difficult. Munoz going to try and cut in. The 6'3" frame. He's not really... I mean, he's not a winger, is he? His stats say he is, but his height say he isn't. But I can't really move him anywhere else because he doesn't really like playing anywhere else. He is just going to have to be a winger if we keep him about, which for now I'm going to do. He's got the rating and he's only 19. He's got the potential tag. He's got everything going for him. It's just his height does not dictate winger. Oh, Christ. Poor pass. Right. Oh. Ferris. Okay, it's a good lunge, but it's a good pass as well around it. McGregor, what a tackle! Oh, this man. If he keeps his potential tag, he's staying around for the duration of the career mode. He's so bloody good. Rodriguez, that's not where I aimed it. Munoz can knock it to McGregor, though. It could still be recycled here. McGregor into Blanchard, knocking it to the edge. Rodriguez! Oh, off the post! Rebound couldn't be scored! Oh, man, and Corsi tried to pull the trigger on the rebound, and it doesn't happen. And Corsi now has a knock. That's not good. Oh, Christ almighty. He did get clatter when he tried to set a shot on, but drama there. It could have been 2 before the break, and now it could be Rochdale going up the other end, but Contreras cuts it out, and that will probably be half-time. We might get time for one more here. Blanchard, Rodriguez. Can he give us a second before the break? Oh, it's the crossbar! In 2 minutes, Rodriguez has hit the woodwork twice! Oh, my man cannot get a bit of luck this season. Carlos Rodriguez. He's not... I don't know what's up with him this year. This season, he's just not been it, and I don't know what's going on, because he's a fantastic striker. He can't seem to score today. Blanchard does give us the lead, and we go into the break 1-0 up at the Scotland Stadium against Rochdale. But it's Rodriguez. He's hit the woodwork twice in a couple of minutes. How we have not gone in at more than 1-0 is beyond me, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm saying. 1-0 to Mansfield over Charlton Athletic, 1-0 to Northampton over Shrewsbury, 1-0 to Walsall over Cambridge, 1-0 between Peterborough and Tranmere Rovers, 1-0 to Accrington over MK Dons. That's a big result if it goes through because MK Dons near the top and Accrington near the bottom. Sheffield Wednesday drawing 0-0 with Lincoln City, 1-0 I should say to Bristol Rovers over Cheltenham Town, 1-0 to Birmingham over Derby County, 1-0 to Portsmouth over Rotherham United, 1-0 to Oxford over Stoke, and 1-0 to Burton Albion over Wycombe Wanderers. And it's 1-0 here at Scotland Stadium, but I don't know how. Rochdale have not had a chance yet. We've been keeping them very, very quiet. 58 to 42 in terms of possession, 8 shots to 0, and 2.4 expected goals to 0.0. We have got 25% shot accuracy, but might I remind you that 2 of those hit the woodwork, so I'm not counting those too much, and then 2 of them were blocked as well. But Rodriguez hitting the post and crossbar twice in mere minutes is pain, and Kosi getting quite tired. Seems to have run off his knock, but we do have Ollie Dalton. What I will do is I'll bring on Dalton when he comes on and shift Thomas back a little bit. I think who has some more passing, actually? That might kind of dictate my decision. It's quite even. 50. Dalton has more shooting, so we'll push Dalton further forward. We're not going to do that yet, though, because Nkosi's been solid today. And he nearly found his finish, but he did get a little knock, which he seems to have walked off and sorted during half-time. Game's still saying he has an injury, but it's fake news. Good tackle from Moffat. This has been a very dramatic game so far. Palacios could press and it's not going to work out, but the risky throw there. That could work out. Moffat blocks the pass. Galloway can bring it away. Now the many, or it's Cassandra and Kosi. I have to remember who's who. Palacios. Blanchard, Rodriguez, please score this, or at least play up to somebody who can. Marius touch. I am confused as to why I didn't get to Munoz, but at the same time, how has Thomas not made it 2-0? I think his golden streak is well and truly finished, unfortunately. You're in January just now. How's the season looking by January? Munoz towards Thomas. It's not going to make it to him. Contreras, 6'6", will win that. And Palacios is fouled. Stupid tackle, yellow card for Mansour there, in a good free kick position for us. If I was any good at free kicks, I'd be excited, but I stink at them, so this could be interesting. I'm assuming it's going to be Munoz to stand over it, but we'll see who's got the best stats. It's actually going to be Carlos Rodriguez who's offering to take this one for the boys in white and blue. Now, can he find a goal here with a free kick? I'm not a fantastic free kick taker. I swear to God, if this hits the woodwork as well, it's over for Rodriguez. He does look good. Power, accuracy's not great, but yeah, power is good. All right, let's just try and find it. Bury it in the back of the net here. And it has been buried in the back of the net there. Carlos Rodriguez. I did not expect that to go in. I did not expect that to go in. Oh, man, he needed that emotionally, spiritually, physically. Quite nice, that one. Not incredible, don't get me wrong. Good connection, good dip. Keeper could be doing a bit better, but it's found the back of the net, and that's all that matters to me. Incredible finish, an incredible free kick from Carlos Rodriguez. I've not scored many this year, but that is one I will treasure if it does mean that Carlos Rodriguez is back in his shooting form. 8 points clear at the top. That's pretty good. I don't personally like Leeds because I'm a Man United fan, but it's good for the career mode. And Leeds probably will come back up next year. How much I hate to admit it. Mate, that was fantastic. And Kosi on job today. I don't want to bring him off, but he's tired, so I kind of have to at some point. Munoz going to try and pick out Rodriguez here. Does take it in his stride. Can probably take a shot on here, but spots Blanchard. It's well read by Taylor. It was just a matter of trying to direct that pass, and I couldn't. Rodriguez with the press. And it's going to be a throw-in to Rochdale, but press from Carlos Rodriguez, and he's got his confidence back with that finish, and he's going to try and intercept it. It's not worked. He'll land on the head of Thomas, who will knock it to Munoz. And the confidence is back now. That was a cracking free kick, I've got to admit. Keeper should be doing a bit better, but at the same time, it could be opening the account for Rodriguez. Try another one. And Blanchard can't win the follow-up. Oh, well. That changes the complexion of this game. Now Rodriguez has finally put the ball in the back of the net. He's hit the crossbar, hit the post, and then he finally scored one. Blanchard, is he onside? Oh, he is. Okay, right. It's going to have to be recycled here. Have to play it around smartly here. McGregor and Kosi off the edge of the box. I think he got caught while he was taking the shot, but he won't be given away as a penalty, unfortunately. It has just gone very off target there. We'll do the swap there for Nkosi for Dalton, and we'll switch those around. Oh, it's a corner. It's been blocked, apparently. Ball coming up for Edwards, and then Kosi's going to make way. Not that I want him to, but he's just tired. And we'll bring on Ollie Dalton just to freshen the midfield up a little bit. Palacios. Into Blanchard, it's away, only as far as Marius Thomas, and it can't be delivered to anyone in a white and blue shirt. So now Rochdale could counter if we ain't in trouble, or if we aren't careful. We are going to be in trouble. Galloway will knock it back to Rojas, and we'll just relax a little bit. Well then, boys, that Rodriguez free kicks made me very happy. He's back among the goals, and hopefully that will be a permanent thing because we need his goals. The captain, the newly appointed captain, does have goals in him, and we know that. Munoz try to knock it back here. Rodriguez needs to turn his man. It's good defending from Malarkey. It took no Malarkey there. Galloway knocking it to Palacios. Inside now to Rodriguez. Has a bit of space to work here. Doesn't have too much though. Knocks it off to Ollie Dalton. Good save, Craven. And we're going to make a couple more changes. I think we're going to make one of the striker moves here. And I think we'll have Mario on as a striker. Or Quigley, actually. You know what? We'll give Quigley a shot for Achille Blanchard. See what he can do. What centre mid should I sign? What money do you want? What's the budget? Because you could always bring McKennie back on a permanent if you have the money. Because McKennie was only on loan. Unless you still have him on loan. In which case, I guess, bring in Ward-Prowse from Southampton. Take one on that for rivals. Dalton. Thomas! Yeah, okay, the golden streak done. He just doesn't seem to have it anymore. He had such a good start to the season, but it's kind of worn off a bit. Which, I mean, he's still a reliable midfielder, and he was never going to keep it going for as long as I really wanted. But needs to be getting that target, really. Craven launches it towards Odo. With no marker on Odo, it's an easy goal kick to pull off. Edwards tries to put it in. Now it's going to be Rodney. Ball inside. Header on target. Cracking save, Rojas. Nobody trying to contest that header there, which is interesting. I don't really know what the plan was there from our boys. McGregor to Dalton. That's a foul. Play's going to continue. No, it's not. Oh, it's not! Declan Edwards, Rochdale's day, goes from bad to worse. It's a red card. Went through the back of Ollie Dalton like a truck, and you can't be doing that. You can't dispute that decision from the referee. That's an absolute red card. And Rochdale bringing off a centre-back, Malarkey, to bring on another attacker. And I couldn't see his name. I don't know how to pronounce it anyway. But Ollie Dalton, of course, injured. I'm not surprised. The way that he went in like that, that was a criminal offence. That was genuinely a criminal offence. Ball into Quigley! Oh, imagine. And the regen Edwards gets his marching orders. It was a poor challenge completely. And that, I mean, I just hope that's nothing long-term for Ollie Dalton. We can't bring on a midfielder because we don't have any more on the bench. You just have to play through the pain if you can. With 14 minutes still to play as well. I'm really hoping it's not anything I'm risking here. Munoz. Ball in towards Thomas. It's not great. It's going to fall to Quigley. It's going to bounce around a little bit, but it's going to be cleared. And Dehi Mami Ego probably said that completely wrong. He comes on for Rochdale in place of Malarkey when another attacker is required for Rochdale to try and get back into this one. Dalton still carrying that knock. I'm not convinced with that one. It could be... I mean, he's not actually gone off the pitch. It could have been worse. He could have actually been like dead ass, completely injured. Play stops, had to go. But... it's not, and it's lucky for Edwards that probably isn't the case, because that's a criminal offence, that fucking challenge, genuinely. Munoz, oh my god, what Rochdale doing here? I mean, they've got one less defender, and it's going to be 3-0. I mean, that's just as easy as it is. Mangala for 17 million, that's a solid signing, yeah. Good price as well. But I mean, I think the thing is, Rochdale have taken off a centre-back, but they might still be in the 5-back situation. There is no defence there. Munoz has all the time in the world. Plays it to Quigley, who unselfishly lays it off to Nicolas Palacios to wrap up the game here. It's a great finish as well. Just arrowed it past the keeper. And that will see the game out for Hartlepool United. Whether Rochdale get back into it with a goal is up for debate. But at the moment, he's looking very, very likely that Hartlepool win this. Quigley get an interception in. Have they got a striker at centre-back? I don't... Rochdale have fallen apart here since that red card, which, don't get me wrong, was absolutely a red card. But Dalton's leg seems to have fallen apart as well. He can't seem to get past her at the moment, which is concerning. I'm really hoping that's not a long-term injury, because he's one of the ones with good potential. Good tackle by Moffat. Suggesting Thomas for Ochoa. Thomas is just going to have to run out these 90 minutes, I'm afraid. I don't think we have any other options for midfield. We could whack one of these guys into midfield, I suppose. Or push one of these up. I think we'll just play out as we've got. That's a pain in the arse, though. And I'm just going to check here before it ends. What are Rochdale doing with the formation? They've gone 3 back. Okay. And there's no striker at the back. Okay, I must just got confused then. They still left mid. Okay, so we've gone 3-1-3-3. I don't know. 3-4-3? Probably. It's a 3-4-3 with a diamond. I read that wrong at first. But it's an interesting move from Rochdale, but they need more attackers. Definitely now, because they're 3-0 down. We corner to the away side, or to the home side actually. It feels like they're the away side, but they're not. Tackle, catch by Rojas. Alcatraz there just in case it went wrong. 6'6", big man, always on job when anything's in the air. Needs to be, because he's very tall. McGregor, Munoz now. We've got more freedom down the wings, purely because of that fucking 3-back. Rodriguez could lay off Quigley for his first professional goal, and I thought Graham had put it in the back of the net, but it's a clearance for a corner. That could have gone a lot worse. 7 to the end of the season. Well, for your case, I hope Leeds go up, but I don't personally like them. So I'm mixed emotions on that one. But hopefully for you, they do go up. Munoz, a bit more on it this time, a bit more sauce on it towards Galloway. To be cleared as far as Palacios, who gets clattered as well. But I think the Rochdale man got the worst of it, which is interesting. 6 minutes of added time. I don't know where these have come from. I suppose there's been a lot of stoppages with substitutions and sending offs, I suppose. McGregor reads that. Didn't want to do that. But I suppose it's better safe than sorry. It'll be a corner for Rochdale. I was just trying to take it down on my stride. But I guess it's better away than in the back of our net. This is what really matters. I mean, it's a horror show for Rochdale, but if they can get a goal back, I think they'll probably take some kind of pride out of this game. And they've still got a chance here, a very good chance of getting a consolation. Now, an injury for Rochdale with Graham having a knock. It's headed by Palacios. It's not fully clear. And on the edge of the box, it's a poor... Was that a pass or a shot? Either way, it was awful from the man's name. I'm not going to try and say again because it's very long and I can't pronounce it. Came on from Malarkey, but it was a poor... Whatever it was bad. Alright, that's all I'm saying. And if this does end up being a clean sheet for Rojas, it's probably the cleanest sheet of his career. What am I on about? It's the easiest clean sheet of his career because I think Rochdale had 1 effort on target. A poor show from Rochdale, who are getting very mismatched in this league. And Rodriguez will try and wrap it up here. It's a good save from Craven to prevent a fourth. And it's going to be Marius Thomas. A good save again. Ollie Dalton still has a knock, and we're going to get the corner despite it being overtime. There's an initial save from Rodriguez's shot, and another good save as well from Marius Thomas. Craven trying to do what he can for damage limitation here from Rochdale, but it's been a good showing from Hartlepool and a very poor one from Rochdale, to be honest. It was always going to be our game today, and it's shown. Another clean sheet to add to the collection as well. This Hartlepool team is cooking now. I don't think it's a change of sliders needed. I think we're just too good of a team. And that will signal full time here at the Spotland Stadium. A 3-0 victory for Hartlepool United. Achille Blanchard, Carlos Rodriguez finally getting his goal today. And a goal from Nicolas Palacios wrapping up the 3-0 win. Poor display from the home side. A red card, possible criminal charge against Ollie Dalton. Not against Ollie Dalton, but from the man who slid Ollie Dalton into 7 different pieces. And ultimately... it's the right result, but I guess Rochdale, I thought maybe put up more of a fight, try and prove they belong here, and at the start they did, but it kind of just fell apart in the second half, and we take those, we absolutely take those. 3-0 victory, and it could have been more genuinely, because we saw some very close efforts from Carlos Rodriguez. I was going to try and replay them here, but they've not come up on the list here. But once again, let's take a look at this red card. There's no arguments here, no debate that this is a red card. Possible, he's jumped into the tackle. That's a criminal charge. That can't just be a red card. He's got to be referred to the police, genuinely. Obviously, you can't do that, but that was a mad challenge. Jumped into that. 59 to 41 in terms of possession, 18 shots to 2, 6.6 expected goals to 0.9. It was a very professional performance from us once again over a team that, as much as I'm happy to see them up here, are definitely going back down, especially if they continue performing like that. Man of the match goes to Carlos Rodriguez. Finally found the goal this performance deserved today, and it was a beautiful free kick to get it. We'll go back and watch that as well in a minute. A goal and an assist and a 9.4 for the Peruvian Prince, Carlos Rodriguez. Palacios, proven that he does belong here on this wing, and with performances like that, could actually rival Ochoa down the line. He's only done it once, though, so we're not going to get too ahead of ourselves, but a good day out for Palacios. Creative down that left side the whole time, and a finish to boot. It was quite an easy finish, but still a very good performance from him. A 9.1, 8.6 from Munoz, who, again, I'm glad I kept around. And McGregor just keeps on putting in those stellar performances at right back. I don't see him going anywhere for a long time. Muffet as well. In fact, everyone played good. I don't know a bad performance really on that pitch. There's going to be some that are low rated because they came on late or went off early, but nobody that really upset me or depressed me in that one. Blanchard getting the other goal, and a 7.6 I should say, with Christopher Quigley, an assist and a 6.8. And of course the reason we've got no other assists is because it was a beautiful free kick from Carlos Rodriguez. Rojas only had one shot at his goal today and he saved it with ease, so a clean sheet for him, probably the easiest of his career. The Rochdale ratings here, 7.2 for Rodney, was their best player, although Craven you could put up there as well. Some good saves here, and the fact that it was only 3 is in big part to him. 10 shots in his goal, 7 saves, 3 conceded from the Rochdale shot stopper. And with some of these ratings, you got to question how they've even got here in the first place. Like, I'm not even trying to take the piss, like, genuinely. How have they got here? How did Rochdale get promoted? They've got So Young Kang, who didn't even get a start today, as well as Marcelo Carney, who's got quite high overall. You'd think they'd be playing a bit of a better team as well. And, of course, that criminal charge from Declan Edwards. We'll have to investigate that. I mean, obviously it won't be a criminal charge, but that was just an awful tackle he jumped into. That's... Nah, I'm not happy with that. And if it's a long injury for Dalton, I'm not going to be happy because he's got a good career. And if he's been ruined, his career's been ruined there with that challenge, I'll be fuming. But a great performance from us nonetheless. A 3-0 win and a deserved victory as well. Before we go into the post-match interview, let's watch the free kick one more time. It was a beaut from his kind of range from Carlos Rodriguez. Got it over the wall, dipped it perfectly into the back of the net. Look at that. This man, he has got the talent. He just needs the confidence. And he'll be one of the best strikers in the world to come, surely. I mean, he did open up the wall a bit more than probably what was intended. But he spotted the gap, put it over the wall as well. He didn't even need to spot the gap because it went looping over and looping over the goalkeeper as well. A fantastic free kick. I won the league with 108 points. Fair play to you, mate. I think that's a championship record. Because I think the championship record is 106 for Reading. So you've actually broken a record there. Nobody expected Rochdale to give Hartlepool a serious test today, and I mean, they were right. I'm still... they're definitely going down. Going to be what's in front of you. I'm just really hoping the Ollie Dalton injury is nothing serious. 34 wins, 6 losses. That's a hell of a season. It's a fantastic season. We definitely deserved it today. When it went down to 10 men, it kind of just secured it. A lot of positives to take out of today's game. People are wondering though why he decided to leave Roberts out of the lineup. We didn't need him, obviously. It showed. Munoz played well. We've got competition. Munoz isn't out of the game for a while, and I wanted to give him the game today. Roberts will get back in for the next game. Be right back. No worries, mate. Still going to be streaming for about another hour and a half, I think, by the looks of it. So, here for a long haul. But we are popping off in the league, and it's looking good, which maybe it might be looking a little too good, and the sliders may need to be changed. But the challenge is, of course, to win the league title. And this is, we've done it. So, I mean, if it marks me down on that, I'm going to be pissed, because we did do that. We signed in Blanchard, and he's an important player, so... If I do end up losing my job, I don't think it's going to be a problem. We're at 90 rated nearly on the manager rating. But if we do somehow lose our job, I'm putting it down to that objective. That's Rob Clark. Agreed to deal with Mansfield, and he will go in January. Someone I want to get rid of in the summer, but it will be a move that makes sense for us. Only a C rating, but if I try to go above what that price was, nah, there's no way we'd have got more for him. I'm sorry, but I have to disagree with the game there. I know the game probably knows best, but we're not getting much more for him. And of course, the transfer talks to Sundsvall have broken down because he's going to move to Mansfield. Of course, the team that offers more doesn't end up getting him. Just my luck. Two youth players unsettled with Pal Persson and Hugo Hansen. They want to be involved. Hugo Hansen, absolutely, and Pal Persson as well can come up. But again, the squad's getting full again, and I will set them up on loan. Well, I'll set them up on the loan list, and we'll see what deals we can get, as well as Shabalala. I need to put him on. There's a couple here we need to put on the loan list, see what we can do for some of these players. Who else did we just call up? He's like 63 rated, wasn't he? Who was it that I just called up? Hugo Hansen. He's got a showing great potential tag. We'd love to see that. So let's hope we get some more loan deals going through in January. And let's advance to the next game against Walsall. Will we still have the international duty issues, or are they back? They're back. Okay, sweet. Ollie Dalton does have an injury. We didn't actually check that because I didn't get email. I didn't see the email for it. And that's because we've not got an email for it. I need to know about these kind of things. Right, player chats here. Shabalala's happy to get a loan. So is Pal Persson and Hugo Hansen. It's smart, really. Or actually, Hugo Hansen's happy to be in the team, but he'll also be going out on loan. Smart moves there from all of us. 62 million transfer budget, but we'll not be spending that. We'll not be blowing that on a ridiculous amount of players just yet. We'll see how this crop grow a bit further. I think we are going to need another standout cam, with Mills taking his potential at 72 and nobody really taking that spot. And of course, we sold Nezovic. So someone around 75 rated, we'll have to try and find somebody who's going to go into this team. We can't buy people over 75 rated because I feel like that's a realistic benchmark at the moment. Now, my thinking here is to check what the injury is because the game hasn't bloody told me. So what is Ollie Dalton dealing with then? He's 67 rated. Jay Marango, it's a sprained knee. He's back in 4 weeks. It could be worse, I suppose. Especially with that criminal. It's an awful tackle. If you could call the police in this game, I bloody would for that tackle. Jesus. Now, who is it? Declan Edwards, isn't it? I mean, I'll obviously have a look at him because he's a regen. 21 years of age, 61 overall. Yeah, form is definitely bad. He might be in a police cell, to be honest, at the moment. I don't really know where he's gone. Might not be at Rochdale. But anyway, we'll move on from that and we'll get on to the next game against Walsall, where we seem to be just running through teams, cutting through teams like butter, a hot knife through butter, I should say. Which I guess is what we should be doing with this kind of quality of squad. But I think even this is getting a bit too easy. With a person surplus at Hartlepool, we're going to give him a loan deal, as well as a loan deal for Hugo Hansen and Masunguli Shabalala, who I really want to get a loan deal for him because his potential is popping. Palacio scores his first goal this season. Palacio scored for the first time this season to push Hartlepool United to 3-0 win against Rochdale. Players of the week, we've got a few in there with Oliver McGregor, Martin Munoz, Carlos Rodriguez making the cut, as well as players from across the league, of course. Portugal beat England, crying emoji, and that's all the news for that just now. So let's get into the next game. Before we do, we'll save over so we don't lose any progress. Welcome back, mate. And we will get into the fourth game of today. Just as a record, each episode will consist of 5 games, so we've got 2 more games to do today. And that will be the end of the stream for today. We're going to have to make a bit of rotation here. Tiredness has crept in for Moffat and McGregor, which is fine because we've got Ramon Alonso who can come in. We'll have to bring off Dalton completely while he's injured. Some tired players still from international duty, but Duncan isn't one of them. And I would like to keep Rojas in, but honestly, he only made 1 save, so I don't know if he had multiple saves to make, would he do well? We're going to just go back with what we know for now. Contreras is exhausted, so Ronnie Hansen comes in with... I think Moffat could start this game, right? And we'll bring in Nkosi if necessary, I think. Marius Thomas exhausted. The whole midfield's exhausted. How's Nkosi looking, actually? He's still going to have to start this one, I think. Dalton injured. It might be McGregor, you know. Nah, I think we'll start Thomas and we'll bring on Cochrane as and when required. Roberts, Rodriguez, Blanchard, Ochoa. I'm going to switch out Blanchard for Harry Howell if he's not too tired, which he is. We're not going to do that. Never mind. But we're going to swap Quigley for Murillo on the bench. Nothing against Quigley. He did quite well, actually. You know what? No, we're gonna put Murillo on there. He needs to have some faith instilled in him. In fact, actually, we're gonna do a big play here and start the Argentinian, which is a big move, but it's a move that I'm looking forward to using. And you know what? This might be a bit silly, a bit mad, but Palacios gets another start because he's been in such good form. And I know Choa is obviously our wing wizard, but look at Palacios now go. So that is going to be a team for today against Walsall. Some slight tiredness sneaking in there, but nothing too serious that we can't deal with throughout the game. It's Duncan in goal, Moffat and Alonso as the fullbacks, Galloway and Hansen as the centre-backs with Nkosi centre mid, Thomas at cam. A little tired, but we'll run with him until we can bring on Cochrane. Roberts at right wing, Palacios at left wing with Murillo and Rodriguez starting up front with Rodriguez captain in the side. Hopefully, he's found his shooting boots now, and we can fire our way up the league a bit quicker and hopefully make a bit of a gap between the rest of the teams, which would be a bit mad, but I wouldn't mind doing it, you know, if that was the possibility. So at Victoria Park is Hartlepool versus Walsall. Let's get into it. Once again, while this is loading up, if you want to subscribe to the YouTube channel, I will put the link in the chat. Just bear with me. Will I be live later? I won't be live again today after this. I will be live possibly tomorrow. Definitely Friday. I don't really have a schedule, but I kind of just go day by day. But definitely Friday, potentially tomorrow. And at the weekend I won't be about, unfortunately. What time? Usually it's around 2 PM UK time. But sometimes that could change if I'm busy. Tomorrow it might be a bit later because I do have to go out at 1:30, so I don't know when I'll be back. And the YouTube channel is later today. I won't be live again later today. Sorry, no, yeah, it won't be today. After this is the only stream I'm doing today. I've got stuff to do after this, unfortunately. Otherwise, I may be doing another stream. Five back again, man. I hate these five backs. It's going to be hard to break down, but, I mean, with the talent we have, we can do it. We did it to Rochdale, but then, of course, with Rochdale, they got a man sent off and had to switch to a three-back. So, don't really know if that was really fair on my part. Take a quick drink before start this because my throat's going a bit dry. Right then, fourth game of the day at Victoria Park. More or less success in this stream. The one loss we have taken is a loss in the Papa John's Trophy to Crawley, which I'm not going to cry and moan about too much. We did put a very rotated lineup out and I didn't expect too much from him. Palacios gets threaded through by Nkosi. Ball in could be perfect if it goes to the right player. Aimed for Roberts. I was hoping it would go more Rodriguez's way, but it didn't happen, and now it could be a counter for Millwall. Walsall even. Millwall are a couple of leagues higher, at least one league higher currently. I just got confused there for a second. Galloway, he likes to push forward. Look at this. Through to Murillo, who's going to get out strength there. Not used to league games at the moment because I was really wanting to loan him out and see if he could get a bit more out of him, but I think Murillo's going to be one of those, unfortunately, that doesn't get through the cracks here in this club. There's quite a few. I think if you're not 70 rated by now, you've probably not got a good chance about it to be a first teamer by the end of the save. Or to even involved, I guess. Probably be more correct. Douglas Moffat may be the exception because he's about to hit 70. Murillo, what the fucking shit is that? Obviously, it's on his weak foot, but it's just ballooned way over. It's the poor. I should have taken a touch. I had time to take a touch as well. I don't know why I went for it. I subbed on YouTube. I appreciate it, mate. Thank you very much. And anything you don't get to see, any streams you miss on here, they'll be uploaded on the YouTube channel, so you can always catch up on them. And if you want to catch up on this Hartlepool career mode, there's quite a lot to go through because they're long streams and we're 4 seasons in. But if you want to catch up on this series as well, anything you've missed, that's all on there as well in the playlist. Rodriguez gets his shot blocked. Marius Thomas can't get it away from Menayeze, who is our former player, I believe, if I remember correctly. We sold him because he was real, which is weird kind of criteria, but Youth Academy career modes don't consume real players. It's a good bit of play. I don't know who's played him on side, but it's a good bit of play. And Walsall, the first team to score past us in the league today. It is Earring. Finds the back of the net. Poor defence there from me, and I can't remember who played him on side there. It's Ronnie Hansen. It's a good finish into the bottom left as well. There's nothing Logan Duncan can do about that. It's a cracking finish, and it's 1-0 Walsall. Maybe a bit of a shock here at Victoria Park. Well, boys, if that was not a sobering dose of reality that we may not be as good as we think we are, I mean, I don't know what... Okay, guys, come on. I know I've not got the full 11 still because of tiredness from international duty, but we've still got high standards to maintain. We've still got a league title that the board won. I don't know if we'll get it, but it's what the board want. Robert's going to play it all the way back to Duncan for just safety reasons there. There's a bit of a shock there. Fans went quiet when that went in from Earring. You got to give credit to Walsall. They pushed for it and they got it. They deserve it as well. We've come out of the gate here not really doing very well. I'm not really sure why. I'm not really sure what's changed things here. Ball in. It's going to be a save from Duncan. Hansen. Oh my God. Duncan dropped it onto the foot of Hansen. I thought Duncan would just like pick it up, but it didn't happen. And now Alonso's been pressed. And Duncan bails us out again. Boys, what the fuck is happening? This is an awful start. There's going to be a corner for Walsall, but we are stanking up the gaff here a little bit. Earring. Could try and put it in probably. I'm surprised if he does. Header. I thought I found the back net from our former player there, roll in Menayeze. And it wasn't far off. Didn't really have anyone to compete with to win that header, which is on our head there. That's our fault if we do concede that. Mon Alonso continuing to pursue the right side here with Ethan Roberts. Bit magic maybe from him. Can't cut in, and it's good clearance. Good read. Tried to cut in with Roberts, and it just didn't come about there. And Hansen's overcommitted here. I'm overcommitting. I'm lunging in with people that I shouldn't be lunging in with. And the gap's been fed through. My God, either I'm playing like shit, which is a very big possibility, or Walsall are up for this, which is, I think it's a bit of both. I'm not playing well at all, but Walsall are definitely up for this one. They played short. It's going to be... Oh, got past Palacios and Roberts. Poor finish from Hutchinson. No, I'm genuinely getting a bit scared. A bit concerned about this. Duncan. Gonna play it short to Hansen. Just the record as well, if you're watching on YouTube, hopefully this will be up by 8 PM UK time, uploaded and ready to be watched. But if it's not, then I apologise if it's a little late. Alonso keeps himself on side. But most of my uploads on the channel after these streams will try and be on the same day, 8 PM UK time. It's a realistic expectation, but if I can't get them exactly on, it'll just be maybe half an hour to an hour late. Alonso try to cut in, can't get past Rivas there, who is a striker. Why is he so far back? And again, Alonso was so far up and he's a right back, so I suppose it's kind of 50-50 on that situation. Oh, it's a good thread through there by Walsall. Hutchinson has time, but Hansen closes it down. They are up for it. They're going for this. And I don't like it a bit. Don't like it one bit at all. Ball going to be delivered in off the side, or it's actually probably going to be played short by the goal scorer, Earring. Plays it to Minda. Thomas tries to put pressure on, but it's not going to work. They'll just try to find a route through here, and they found a route through here. It's a good save again from Duncan. Can't get the ball away. Earring blocks it, but it's going to be away. And now Nkosi can take it further clear. We are struggling. Rodriguez making a great run through, but we're going to try and supply it to the right here. Roberts going to try and supply it through to Marius Thomas. He's had a great season so far. Can he knock it in? Oh, he kinda. I mean, he can kinda knock it in. Was not the plan, of course, to do that, but we'll take how we can get it. We'll take it however we want it. That sounds really maybe a little bit weird, but Marius Thomas try to play it across to Carlos Rodriguez. It's intercepted by Velasco, I believe. I think his name is. We'll see here. Yeah, Velasco tries to prevent it from going to Rodriguez, and inadvertently he's put it in his own net. A slice of luck there for Hartlepool. We needed that. We absolutely needed that. We've not been on the game today. I mean, we have been on the game today. We've been on for about 2.5 hours, but you go on me, we've not been on this particular game. It's been a difficult one for us to see out because we've just been outplayed by Walsall so far, and a bit of luck there has really changed maybe the face of the game, but Roberts stopped in his tracks again. Walsall, like I said, up for this. 5 back as well, so it's going to be hard to break him down, like we also said. I repeat a lot of what I say here. I do apologise for that. Apparently a foul against Ramon Alonso. I'm not sure what for, but I'm not one to complain. The foul's in my favour. I'll just say, yeah, you're damn right. Logan Duncan just going to try and play it out to Alonso. And honestly, going to this game 1-1 is lucky for us. Because, or going to half time at 1-1, it's lucky for us because we've been pace. Then again, we could make it 2-1 here. Roberts, he's found someone to knock it to. Rodriguez is there. Nkosi off the edge. Blocked. Needed Rodriguez there a little bit faster. Could be counter attack for Walsall now. Hansen. Smart foul. Smart foul that from Ronnie Hansen. Just get everybody back. No foul. No, well, not no foul, but no card. No real wrongdoing. Just enough to stop the play. Can we get another chance before the break, do you reckon? Rodriguez is going to have to get Roberts to move here, which he's not doing, so probably not. Roberts is like, mate, it's half time, can we just rest? Yeah, we'll just go for the break, I think, because Roberts didn't want to make the run down the wing there. So at the break, it is 1-1. But it's very lucky for us that it's 1-1. Logan Duncan has kept them at bay as much as he can. Did let one into Jack Earring, which was a fantastic finish from the Walsall midfielder. I can't really complain about it. It was a brilliant finish. But Velasco's own goal gives us a leveler before the break, with Marius Thomas trying to play across the box to Carlos Rodriguez to tap in at the far post. It was inadvertently put in his own net by Velasco. I'm not complaining. We needed that. 1-0 to Wickham over Oxford. 1-0 to Portsmouth over Birmingham. 0-0, I should say, with the rest of the games. Lincoln and Accrington, Cambridge United and Northampton, and Shrewsbury and Mansfield Town all playing out stalemates at the break. It's 1-1 here at Victoria Park. Which is a little bit lucky, really. Especially as we've not had a shot on target. 60-40 in terms of possession, but they had 7 shots to our 3, and 1.9 expected goals to our 0.3. So a slice of luck there has really kept us in the game with Velasco's own goal. And I want to see what his first name is. Felipe Velasco is a regen as well. So that's unfortunate from him. Thomas is going to have to come off early the second half, I think. Cochrane's the man that'll probably make the move onto the pitch. So we'll do that very, very soon. Thomas, very creative in getting our equaliser. Not intentional the way he got it, but he was definitely a big part about it. That pass across the box, getting it turned into his own goal there from Velasco. And well, I'm going to be honest with you, Walsall have outplayed us completely. They've been on it today. We've not don't know if it's tiredness or the mounting injuries that have done it, really. Dalton and Narango now both on the treatment table. Hansen, beautiful foot in. Can't get it away, though. And the second shot just wide from Rivas. Sorry, suggesting options for Thomas. It will not be Munoz that comes on, just for the record. It will be Jack Cochrane, as and when I feel like it should be. But of course, Cochrane just back from international duty. Walsall 5 shots on target to Hartlepool is none. We had 3 shots in total this game, and none of them have been anything special. But we do have a goal thanks to a bit of luck, and a bit of smart play from Marius Thomas as well. Don't undersell the French centre attacking mid. He could be here again. Marius Thomas, cracking save from Evans. Thomas put his boot through that. He fair put his boot through that. And it is a save from Evans. Ethan Roberts. Ball in. Galloway! Oh. Not a bad header. We're going to bring on Cochrane now, I think. Sooner rather than later. We need a bit of... No offense to Thomas, but we do need a bit of quality with a bit more stamina about him. And we're going to swap Cochrane and... No, we're not actually, because Nkosi's better as a back CDM kind of centre mid. Actually, before we do, take a look at... Just kind of compare him real quick. I mean, Cochrane has slightly better defending. I mean, Cochrane's just slightly better overall, but I think we're going to leave it like that. But what I mean is Nkosi started as a CDM, so he maps some defensive stats. But again, I switched him because he didn't have any. So maybe it's smart to move forward. I don't know. At the moment, I'm just focused on not allowing Watford, Walsall in again. I called them Millwall, and I've called them Watford. I don't remember their names, apparently. I remember their names if they score again, but that's smartly dealt with by Galloway. And Moffat will get it further clear. Now Palacios, maybe Fran Ochoa to come on in the offing as well. Not being as lively as he was in the other game. And he's been absolutely floored there, but will win the throw-in. Rodriguez, down the line. Can I switch to my player? I want to give it to you, thank you. Try to switch to Murillo about 3 times there. Rodriguez, Nkosi. Try to find the room away from Kinsella here, who's on him like a rash. Just play out to Moffat. We'll have to redo it again. Look at all these players sat back, 5 back. I mean, all their players are in their own half, quite considerably. Palacios to Nkosi. Cochrane off the bench, can't find his feet. Couldn't get the control of the ball. If I get control of the ball there, I can pop a shot off and hope, but it did not happen on that occasion, unfortunately. Rivas on the left here for Walsall. We'll get a team right this time. He plays it in. Alonso gets involved, but Hutchison with a bit of strength wins the ball back from the Spaniard. Team to cut inside. And a shot from range. Good save, Duncan. Like I said, Walsall are fucking hungry for this. Right, let's make a couple more changes. I think Fran Ochoa gets brought on, as well as Achille Blanchard. Nothing wrong with Murillo today. Just didn't have that killer instinct. He's not really had a chance, to be honest, today. Brought up some good players as well. Ito, if that's the Ito, I think it is. It's probably not. I don't know why it's time for Walsall, but he's a decent player. The double change on the left-hand side of things. Left winger, Palacios for Ochoa. Left striker, Murillo for Blanchard. Maddox for Earring. And Ito for Kinsella on the away side of things for changes. And they're going to be looking to find a winner as much as we are. They've got more confidence. They've got more ability today. They've played a lot better game than we have. So they're 14th. They've put in a lot of effort. And it's a foul on Moffat, but we're going to bring it away. Try and get it to Ochoa down this line, who does have the pace, but he's going to have to just hold the brakes there for a second. Try and get through to Moffat. Just try to squeeze it through. It's not going to make it. Getting pressured the entire time, as they've been doing all day. Fair play to them. They've been very good. And they do deserve this, if they do win this. But if we can get a bit of luck and somehow 3 points out of this, I'll be absolutely taking that and running with it. Rodriguez, Blanchard is through here. He can't fuck this up, surely. Oh, it's just not quite exactly where I aimed it. Tried to go for the bottom right corner. It's not come off as I wanted. And Corsi. Can't remember all the players I've got on the bench. Too many players. And Corsi. Ball in towards Ewan Galloway. Good save, Evans. He held on to it as well. That had some whack behind it from the header. He scored a couple of those last season. He'll probably score a couple of them this season, but not on that occasion was it in for Ewan Galloway. Moffat can't find Nkosi. I'll genuinely take a point out of this one, to be honest. The way it's been today, it's been very Walsall oriented gameplay. They've been dominating, to be honest. Try to get Moffat across. He's got a fair bit of pace about him, but he can't get the ball. Galloway does close it down, and he'll just get it to go for a corner. I was just going to try and clear it, but probably a smart move to take it for a corner while the Walsall players were breathing down my neck there. They've been pressing all day. I don't want to give them a moment of time to try and find another finish, because if I do, they'll take it and they'll score and they'll take the 3 points here, which is not ideal, not what we want. Like another win if possible. Let's keep winning. Keep momentum going for as long as I can, because I know eventually it'll come to an end. Good save, Duncan. Could have held on to it, but a bit too much power. And it is Nkosi who is the man that was asking to come on, and we'll bring him on for these final minutes. Moffat looking a little tired, but hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. Not that Nkosi's bad, it's just Moffat's a lot better. No offence to the South African, who we do like at this club. It always seems to be the bridesmaid, never the bride at this club, though. Because we had Sutherland, who is obviously... He's now at Royal Antwerp, just beating up the world. He's a fantastic player. He's in the Champions League now. His rise to stardom, to superstardom, went very fast. And we could have kept him on had we got promoted season 2, but it didn't work out. We didn't get promoted season 2, and he moved on as part of that deal. And we'll always be grateful to him for his contributions, and we will bring him back. Definitely down the line if we can, if possible. He might just be too good by that point, I don't know. Nkosi, he's onside, going to have to drag it back here to the other Nkosi. Into front of Chowa. And now Jack Cochrane just turns his man and just shoot here. Not enough on it. We need a goal. Obviously, they need a goal as well. If we want to win, we're going to have to just go all out for it. Nkosi, good pressing. This kid is good at pressing, I'll tell you that much, if nothing else. Akile Blanchard, going to have a man on him here. Can he try and find a shot off? It's blocked brilliantly by Menayezi, our former player. But Nkosi, this man here, presses like nobody's business. He'll keep pressing you till he gets the ball. He doesn't give a fuck. It's a throw-in, and it's going to be a late change for Walsall. Is there a winner in this one? Knowles and Comley for Rivas and Riley. Just try to switch it up one more time. Try to find a way through this stubborn Hartlepool defence. Even when we've been bad offensively, we've been good defensively, so we shall take it. But will it be Knowles that gets through here? Not of Galloway and Hansen hustling him there off the ball. Cochrane. Rodriguez. It's going to be called for by Roberts, who's going to try and play it inside to Cochrane. Blanchard is not going to be the one to get it. It's gone to Nkosi instead. Cochrane. Nkosi. Blanchard needs to turn his man. There's too many people on him here. Nkosi makes a move through. Rodriguez can't get around. Man, we're going to have to take a point here potentially. Final injury time. Good tackle by Alonso. How long have we got? 5 minutes. Nkosi. Blanchard. Cochrane. Come on, you've done it before. And he's going to do it again. Jack Cochrane. Late winner. Oh my God, do we not deserve this? But we're going to absolutely run with these 3 points. Miles away from this match. Oh my God, it was just a matter of time. We were gearing up this second half. It's a good play through to Blanchard. Cochrane had the room and had the composure to power that into the bottom left. And it was a smart move to bring him off, or bring him on, for Marius Thomas when we did. That was going to always be the substitution anyway because of the tiredness to our French midfielder. But limbs again. How many times has he sent this Victoria Park stadium into disarray with his limbs? That sounds a bit murderous, but you get what I mean. Like, it's gone absolutely mental here at Victoria Park, and we don't deserve it. But my God, are these fans on our fucking side here? Loud and proud fans of Hartlepool here, wanted to see us go back to back in this Football League pyramid. Can we do it though? Is it going to occur? are going to be a late equaliser, late commiserations here for us, which we probably deserve to concede here. It's a good foot in by Nkosi, who week by week is looking more and more the finished article. He's not even anywhere near finished. He's barely just started. It's a win. Undeserved. Absolutely undeserved. Walsall should have taken all 3 points there. Genuinely should not even have been close to that match for us there. We should have dropped that one, really. It was poor from us. But once Cochrane, I guess once Cochrane came on, the play got a lot more positive. And of course, it's the Scot that takes us over the line. Limbs. Aaron getting the early goal for Walsall, which really set them up, and they really went at us in the first half. But that mistake from Velasco may have knocked the confidence to the away side of it. And in the end, it is us, with the champions mentality, with the never give up attitude, to take all 3 points in this one. Whether we deserved it or not, we've got them. And that's all that matters ultimately to me. I'm not fussy at how we get them, as long as we get them. 57 to 43 in terms of possession. We have more of the ball. 11 shots to 10 in favour of the away side, with more expected goals, 2.5 to our 1.7. But what really matters is that big number at the top, those two big numbers at the top, the 2 for us and the 1 for Walsall. Which means, of course, we win once again in the league, and it seems to be getting a bit too easy. But at this stage with this squad, we should be powering through League One, really. So I'm not too offended. I'm not too upset by it. I don't think I'm going to change the sliders, because this is probably where we should be kind of performing at. Logan Duncan getting man of the match, absolutely. Could have been a lot more for Walsall had he not been on his day today. Obviously conceded the early one to Earing, which he couldn't do anything about. It was a great finish into the bottom left. But beyond that, it's a fantastic display from a fantastic goalkeeper once again. Logan Duncan, 7 shots, 6 saves, only 1 conceded. And Corsi, I'm starting to love him the more I use him. Honestly, genuinely, he presses like no other. He can tackle like no other. And with his limited defensive stats, he's very good at tackling and winning the ball back. The press is fantastic. His passing's good. I can't say any more good things about him, but he's definitely going to be getting a lot more game time than what I initially planned for him this season. So fair play to him. He's gone up in the good books. Galloway and Alonso strong at the back as well. Moffat doing well as well. Cochrane coming off the bench and finding the winner after just coming off international duty. An exhausted Cochrane puts us through, and Achille Blanchard, the man to put the ball through to the Scot to finish us off there. Rodriguez, a little bit below par performance for him, but didn't really have much opportunity today. The Walsall defence was strong, and in the end, it's very unlucky. This Walsall side who put up one hell of a fight. In fact, we're in the lead for the fight until just that late moments. A bit of quality each time that sees us through. Gordon was their best player, 7.6. Tremblay as well up front, kept on causing issues, 7.5 for him. With Hutchinson getting the assist, Hutchinson I should say, a 7.4, and then Jack Earing with the goal, 7.3. Also might be another team battling relegation as we go, because they don't look fantastic in terms of rating, but not too bad I suppose. With Felipe Velasco, he was the kind of downfall, not intentionally of course, and you can't really blame him too much. Just the wrong place at the wrong time. It's an own goal from Felipe Velasco that really set us on our way, and unfortunately it hasn't worked out for them. Their goalkeeper put in a decent performance as well at second half, 5 shots on target, 4 saves. Did concede to a late Jack Cochrane winner, but it's just what the difference is between a team with the quality that we have and a team with the quality that Walsall have. We never give up, we kept going, and this is our reward. Let's watch it again. Just patient play. Blanchard puts it on a plate for Cochrane, and he doesn't miss those ever. The limbs immaculate once again in Victoria Park. And again, another match that probably didn't deserve, but it's that championship mentality. Not championship as in league. Championship as in we want to win the championship, the League One title. That's the mentality we've got, and that's the mentality we need to carry through with if we are going to be the ones lifting that trophy at the end of the season, which I won't be opposed if we don't get me wrong, but the start we've made has set us up well. It's another victoire for Hartlepool. It looked like the game was going to end up your way, and then right at the death, your team came up with a winner. Was it perhaps a day where you had a little luck on your side? Absolutely. But we do keep going to the very last minute. It was all luck. Walsall deserved everything in that game, and somehow we ended up kind of just taking it at the death. I think we did underestimate them, man. They were fucking good. the win was important, but the performances matter too. Yeah, we were not fantastic today, but the win is what matters. It's probably the best way to say it. And yeah, also did make us work hard for the win. The 5-back is always difficult to break down, but we managed in the end, and we had to really graft for it today. Bloody Nkosi, man. Him in the midfield, just winning every ball, pressing for every ball. I love it from him. And that's what we need. We need a ball winner like that. And if he's going to continue to do that, he's going to continue to get games. That's just about the size of it. He is fantastic. I'm going to have to rest him for this next one, but I don't really want to. I mean, he's not a centre defensive mid anymore, but he fucking plays like one. He's not got much defensive ability at all. Interception is 48, but he always seems to be there when I need him. It's mad. Up next then, and finally for today, it'll be Northampton. They're in this unlikely race. Well, I say unlikely race. It's unlikely for them to be in this race, is what I'm really meaning. But they're doing very well, and they'll be tough if they're in good form. I think they're still undefeated. They're drawing a lot of games, taking the points off a lot of teams, but they are still undefeated. Only one of the two teams still undefeated in this league. 8 games in. The other team being Milton Keynes Dons. But I mean, genuinely, Northampton's going to be difficult because, like I said, they're just taking points off everybody. They don't care. Don't think anyone else is undefeated as we read down the table. At the moment, it is Rochdale who sit at the foot of the table, and I don't see them escaping that, to be honest. Derby County, however, in 20th is a bit of a shock. But we've got one more game today, so let's get into that. Before we do, though, the news stories will be read once again, as we usually do. Hartlepool on Super Run. Hartlepool United fans are no doubt excited at the prospect of another top-notch performance from their team, who'll be hoping to bring a run of winning form into the upcoming game. We're in great form, observed Hartlepool United captain Rodriguez, and I expect to see us build on that. Ultimately, it was not great in terms of the performance, but in terms of the result, Cochrane, dramatic late goal, seals Hartlepool win. Cochrane snatched a win for his team against Walsall when his dramatic late goal put Hartlepool United 2-1 up. Very undeserved, but I will not be caring. And Leonardo dos Santos, the regen goalkeeper now for Northampton, 6'4", could be quite good, and that's probably why a lot of points have been taken off other teams. But I've just said that, and it says it's his debut if he gets it today, so I don't know what they're doing, unless they've got a better goalkeeper, which would make sense. No club news for us on top of that game, but we will get into this final game, and then we'll read through the biggest transfers of the summer, and that'll be us for today. So probably a lot more tiredness still. These midweek games are going to really take out of us, which is why I'm kind of glad we kept some of these players about for plenty of rotation, plenty of time on the pitch for a lot of these players. We'll put Rojas back on the bench. In fact, actually, this isn't even the right team, so we'll do that. No, we won't. Wait, why is Rojas in the main team? Oh, because Duncan was on international duty. I can't wait until it doesn't matter when international duty is, because there's a break in the season anyway. League 1 and 2 don't get that, but the Championship do, I believe. And hopefully we'll get that for next season. But you just don't know what this career mode's got in store. Curtis Mills getting a little unhappy. He has to start today. In fact, actually, while we're here, we'll do the rest of the team. Where is Jack Cochrane? He's definitely involved today. Don't care if he's a little tired, because he just scored us an absolute banger of a winner. And I'm going to put Nkosi on the bench ahead of Thomas. Like, I don't know what it is about him, but he's just fucking good. I like using him, so that's about it. And Nemeni Nkosi will get the bench spot ahead of Alonso, who's tired, with Mr. Harry Howell actually going to get a start today, because we haven't seen him all episode today. And it's going to be for Rodriguez, which is a big call. It's a huge call, but I mean, I'm confident. If we can graft and grind like that and get a victory, we should be able to see past Northampton. But again, it's another team that's 6 draws out of 8. They may not be doing anything spectacular, but they're taking points off of everybody. So it's going to be a matter of trying to find a way past them one more time. If we can get past Walsall with a performance like that, Northampton should be winnable, I guess is probably the correct word, without sounding too confident. They've only got a 4-back as well, which makes it a little easier to break them down. But a decent team. Dos Santos will be making his debut in goal for them, so hopefully he's not an absolute beast, which he probably will be, knowing my luck. Galloway looks a little tired, but we'll start with him, and we'll bring on Tomlinson if necessary, because I believe he's left-footed centre-back, and give Hansen a slight rest as well. That is the squad we are going to go with. In fact, actually, Munoz is going to run out. was happy with him when we played him, and we'll give him another chance today. But in goal it is Duncan. Moffat now at 70, which means the main starting 11. I know Harry Howell's in here, which kind of ruins it. But the base starting 11, I'll just quickly rotate it back. This is what our strongest 11 would be if it was me using this strongest 11. All of the strongest 11 now over 70 rated, which is a great start. And they're all growing together, which is fantastic. But we're going to make a bit of rotation today just to kind of give some of the lesser players a bit more chance on the game. I think it's fair. It's only 2 changes we're going to make, but that's the way we're going for today. So like I said, Duncan in goal, Moffat and McGregor as the fullbacks, Galloway centre back alongside Kuchera. So Galloway taking the armband, of course. He's the backup captain should Rodriguez not be playing. Cochrane centre mid, Mills Cam, Ochoa off the left, Munoz off the right, with Blanchard and Howell leading the line today. Howell's not in the game today yet. Most of it has either been international duty or just haven't found the right time to put him in. So he will get a run out today. I don't want to have him suffer because I do want to keep him around and try and build up that guy as much as I can. Hopefully he finds a goal today, but we will see. So at Northampton Stadium, forgotten the name of it. I want to say Six Fields, but I will check it on Google in a minute. It's Northampton versus Hartlepool United for the final game of today's episode. Now, the question is, what is the name of their stadium? Because I don't remember. I think it's Six Fields. I should know now. This is the 3rd or 4th season I've had with them, although they went up quite early. Oh, did they go up in season 2? Because we went up in season 3. And they weren't about then. Six Fields is correct, by the way, just in case you're wondering. Of course, in real life, Northampton get promoted to League 1. And unfortunately, Hartlepool did not get the luxury of staying in the Football League, which is a bit upsetting. I'm hoping they come straight back up. I've kind of got an affinity with them now because I'm doing this career mode with them. I'd like to see them come straight back up, but I don't know. There's a lot of competition in the National League. I'm not a big watcher of the National League, but with Hartlepool, Rochdale both going down, they'll be looking to come straight back up, and there's some good teams in there that will be also looking to do the same. With Wrexham and Notts County both making it up. That's probably bullet dodged for teams like Hartlepool, Rochdale that have gone down. Still won't be an easy season. In real life, this is what I'm on about now. We've got 2 Nkosi's on the bench. And don't be surprised if the 41 Nkosi gets a lot more publication now than the 47 Nkosi, because Nkosana Nkosi has been what we need a little bit in the midfield, a bit more aggression. And I like it. I'm going to continue to use him a bit more because he's really showed out in the performances we've had today. Big part of the fact that Walsall didn't get the win in the last game, and very solid in the game against Rochdale too. Gets the rest today because he's tired, but don't be surprised if he comes off the bench when I feel like it. So we kick off today. Howell just going to lay it off to Blanchard, and that gets their match up and running. This might be their first combination of our first time we've used the combination of Howell and Blanchard in this career mode. See how it goes today. McGregor, Munoz into Blanchard, already into Harry Howell. Right, well, ladies and gentlemen, I think it might be the dream combination. Rodriguez out. You got no, I'm joking. In all seriousness, what a start at Six Fields. Harry Howell back off international duty. It's his first game in this episode, and he bags within 2 minutes. That's beautiful play. Munoz into Blanchard. Howell just steadies himself. No one's picking him up for what reason, I don't know. And he just has plenty of time to arc that. Not really arc it, more of a just bury it to the bottom left. Fantastic. That's an absolute start that we needed against a team that will probably take points off us, which really means we just need to stop him scoring now. Only second goal of the season for Harry Howell. Been in a bit of the background so far this season because of the marquee signing of Akile Blanchard, as well as the fact that Rodriguez is just simply one of the best strikers in the league. He hasn't had the great start to this season, but the shooting boots are back on the feet of the captain. Didn't have a great game last game either, which is kind of why we dropped him this one for Harry Howell. But like I said, if Watford, why do I keep? I've got Watford on the brain. I keep reading the chat and I keep seeing Watford in it. If Northampton have got some, I just want to have a little gander at this. I'm not being funny, but I think I've pressed the clear button. I think when I got at the ball here with my defender, I think I pressed, oh, let's clear it. So let's just see what the game has decided to do here. Contreras apparently just miskicks it. And, I mean, Logan Duncan's in a difficult position. Alright, cool. I pressed clear, but we move, I suppose. It's a bit lucky. I can't be complaining after what we just got against Walsall, really. But it's starting to feel like one of those games that could be a goal fest. Realistically, ultimately, we knew what Northampton were going to try and do when they came in here. It's just unfortunate that the ball has bounced around in the wrong way and it's fallen straight back to their striker, which I guess is a lot of rebound goals I've conceded. And this guy's gone and got the ball. He's running back to the centre circle. We're 7 minutes in, mate. 8 minutes in at best. I mean, there's nothing to play for just yet. But it's already 1-1. Harry Howell's early finish cancelled out by a bit of poor defending / good attacking. Conway first to the ball, snapped up the chance and finished it, but Contreras, with the experience he has, should be sorting out a little bit better. Mills can't get through to Munoz. It went the wrong side of the defender for a start, but I'm a bit concerned. It's offside. I saw a little yellow thing come up for a brief second on the top right there. It's a good idea to bring forward Contreras in that situation because he is offside because of that. Contreras now going to play it off to McGregor, who, again, one of the best right backs I could probably ask for. He's got great potential, and he stepped into the breach of Alonso's injury and kept his spot. But yeah, Northampton are going to be like Walsall, I think, in this one. They're just going to be pressing for everything, pushing for everything they can. And I hate to say it, but they might actually take points off us. Yeah, Duncan, but they are pushing with pace. They are not fucking around. That's the issue. I can't deal with pacey teams too much. I mean, I've got Galloway on the pitch, but Contreras, if they're going to have a pacey striker, Contreras might be in the mud. We do really another pacey centre-back if I can find one in January, perhaps. Or just to make either Hansen, Tomlinson, or McDonald a bit faster. McDonald does have the pace, he just doesn't have the defending ability at this level. It's going to be a foul on Cochrane, which is correct. Thank you. Ochoa will take that off your hands. Just going to try and put a little ball in here, try and find somebody's head and make it 2-1 early on. We'll try and do a bit better defensively this season, but I know that's all going to fall apart at some point. But so far, so good. Only conceded 7 goals in the first 9 games. That's not bad at all. For me, anyway. One of the joint best teams. I believe we were before this, the joint best team with MK Dons on defence. Show a ball in. Oh! It was like Galloway with an overhead kick, but he went for it. I think it wasn't Galloway, it was Cochrane, I think, actually. McGregor, ball in Howell, on one more, it's just going to about stick through to Munoz, who's, it's a stupid effort really, isn't it, but he was under pressure. We shall allow it. I do want to watch the tennis because Djokovic is playing again, but still streaming, so we'll watch that after. Galloway should win the header, it doesn't. Conway's a big bloke actually, hold on. McGregor. Just go a bit quiet here because it's just a little check. I'm not going to complain about it. McGregor's in front here. How does he not win the header? Or if he does win the header, why has he headed it there? I think he just goes. Oh. Oh, okay. Goes through McGregor's skull a little bit. That's fine. Fair. You know, understandable. least we covered it with Duncan there. Thank God we got a decent goalkeeper, man, because we have put ourselves in some situations. Sometimes not my fault. Cochrane, it's blocked to Munoz, who is offside anyway, I think. If he wasn't offside, that's an awful miss. I think he was on. He's just caught the ball wrong there. Just caught it wrong with the side of his foot. Get a car out there, and I'm just struggling. This speed of the Northampton attack is very good. No wonder they're taking points off teams. I can't fucking get close to them right now. It's a decent effort. Duncan gets the second grab, though. I mean, Duncan's on it. He's never really had to make some incredible saves, but he's always on it to make the saves that you should be, like, any goalkeeper should be saving anyway. Achoa got Moffat there now. With that Northampton man making a stupid slide tackle. We've got room here. Blanchard, Cochrane, back into Blanchard perhaps. It's gone to Howell instead. And I think Howell got caught up with Curtis Mills there. Couldn't really get the shot off as he wanted. Kind of annoying, really. I've fucked up Contreras here, but with the strength, we should get across. And with the pressure on, we're just going to play it back. And just relax a little bit. But Northampton have really been at it today. A Walsall-like performance. Have been very good so far. We did get the early goal, but they've limited us to everything else since. I think we just took him off guard by surprise, perhaps. Howell going to try and find Blanchard here with the ball in. It's away. Maybe we should have played it along the floor, perhaps. I switched to fucking Contreras. Jesus Christ. No way Pinnock gets away from Moffat, surely. Oh, he does. He's took good turn. Really good effort from here. Good block by McGregor. Don't change player when I don't need it to, thank you, video game. McGregor does a second bit of defending. Bring it away. And Munoz has room now. Does have pace for a big man. Does have ability for a big man as well. Could go all the way for the big man. Oh, it's that touch there. I'm not blaming Munoz. It's one more touch than I planned for. I wanted to try and knock it into the middle. Blanchard wins it back. Harry Howell. Good save, Dos Santos. So I mean, he's on his game today as well a little bit. The debuting goalkeeper for Northampton. Shawa puts the ball back in towards Ewan Galloway. He's not going to win the header in that situation. There's too many tall players around him. Cochrane does knock it to Ochoa. Ball back in perhaps towards Howell, who's 5'6". That's not a smart manoeuvre. Munoz to Blanchard. Good save again to Santos. Mills involved with a ball in here now towards Blanchard. It's away. Only as far as Cochrane, who's been snapped. And there'll be a book in there, surely. Warning only. I mean, okay. Alright. Didn't get anything to the ball, but I can see why it's only a warning, because it's only his first offence. Alright, see what we can pull off here. Two men around the ball. I just want to pass it off to somebody. That's alright. We'll go for it. Fuck it. Okay, right. Probably not the move, but you just don't know where a power shot from Contreras will go, and that's kind of the beauty of it. Munoz to Blanchard. It's gone through his body there. I saw that fucking little glitch, but that's okay. Munoz wins it back. Takes inside. Tries to pass it across, doesn't get to do the pass, and that will be 1-1 at the break, similar to the Walsall game. I mean, put on the back foot a little bit here, but it's fantastic play from Northampton. I guess we'll take that at the break. They've been about as up for it as we've been. It's been a 50-50 showdown. It's not been all one team or all the other. A lot like the last game where it was all Walsall and we snuck it away. It's been a definite 50-50 this one. Shrewsbury leading Charlton Athletic 1-0. 1-1 between Mansfield Town and Cambridge United. 0-0 between Walsall and Tranmere Rovers. 1-0 to MK Dons over Rochdale. 1-0 to Peterborough over Lincoln. 1-0 to Cheltenham over Accrington. As we continue to read down, Sheffield Wednesday lead the ever-struggling Derby County 1-0. Bristol Rovers 1-0 up over Portsmouth. 0-0 between Birmingham City and Stoke City. 1-0 between Rotherham and Wickham, and Oxford draw with Burton Albion. It's a stalemate at the break. 0-0. Here it is 1-1 at the Six Fields, and it's about... Okay, what? Didn't think we'd have much more than them, but fair enough. 64-36 in terms of possession. 9 shots to 5. 3.9 expected goals to 0.9. Now, goalkeeper's been good, but I feel like it's been more of 50-50 than what stats are suggesting, if I'm being truthful. But if that's the stats we've got on our side, we need to be going for the 3 points then, boys. Which should be every game anyway. Will Northampton see their first loss here against the league leaders? Or will it be more shock as the Northampton team that has gone undefeated and taken points off nearly everybody? In fact, they will have taken points off everybody, haven't they? Because they've not lost. Everybody they've played so far. Will they take more points here from another team? Gutierrez. Oh, Christ. Could not get it away. Peterborough lead 2-0 through Kwame Poku. Peterborough definitely going to be up there as a conversation in who's going to get promoted, perhaps. Blocked by Galloway, and it'll roll into the hands of Duncan. Good bit defending there. Galloway on watch. It wasn't meant for Moffat, but Gutierrez can make a bit of a move with it. It's alright. Munoz into Howell. Maybe the fastest striker. That's a stupid challenge as well from Harry Howell. I didn't mean to do that. I'm begging, it's only a booking. Oh, I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. Why did I do that? Oh, why did I do that? I mean, there's no debate. There's no negotiation on it. It's a red card. I'm an idiot, really, pretty much. That's what sums that up. Man, I am a fucking moron. I'm not going to make any changes to the formation because we can do enough with one striker. Although the striker might be swapped between... might bring on Rodriguez for Blanchard soon. I don't know yet, but I'm a fucking moron. I'm just an idiot, genuinely. What the fuck? It's his first game back. He scores inside 2 minutes. He gets sent off. What an episode this has been. It's been all over the place a little bit. I mean, the results have been consistent, but... Oh, I thought I went in from Conway. No, we'll do that. We need a bit more pressing. Nothing against Cochrane, but... we need a bit more aggression. I say we need a bit more aggression. We've got a man sent off for bloody aggression, but you get what I mean. But yeah, I mean, we'll go back and look at it at the end, obviously. But there's no debate. If the Edwards one was a red card, that's surely got to be a red card too from Harry Howell. I mean, it's just reckless and silly, but the thing is, I knew it was going to be a red as soon as I fucking did it, and I didn't... I can't say I didn't mean to do it because I pressed the bloody button, but I thought I was going to win the ball with it. Or at least at the very least get away with a yellow. And if we do lose now, on my head be it. Straight out Duncan. Gutierrez kind of watched as well, just in case. I mean, it wasn't a centre-back. It wasn't anyone... I mean, I can't say it wasn't anyone. It was one of our best strikers, but it wasn't anyone that could affect the play. Because we've still got Blanchard, and he can still go through and score here, which he hasn't. It's a good save from Dos Santos. But you get what I mean. It's like... it won't affect us too much in terms of positioning wise because we've still got our wingers, we've still got our midfield, we've still got our defence. It's just one striker, we've got another one of them. And we're playing against the 4-back, so it's not going to cost us too much unless it does cost us the win, which will cost us a lot. I say it costs us the win, it's 1-1. It'll cost us anything here, possibly at Six Fields. It's a great ball from Mills if it works. Fran Ochoa does have the room here, does have the ability to get through as well. Pops over to Nkosi, who finds Mills in the middle! Oh, what a save! Oh, there's no wonder that these kids... I know it says it's his debut, but just that in general, there's no wonder these Northampton kids are fucking taking points off every day, because they're just strong. And they're very determined. Now that we're a man down, they're even more determined to go for 3 rather than 1 on us. So just have to be pace abuse from Franachoa and a bit of ability, a bit of skill to see us through. Franachoa might do that right now. And it's straight at the Santos. We're going to bit of change. Nothing against Blanchard, but I think we know who we need on. Nice find his shooting boots. We can't afford to not have him on. Obviously, a change wasn't made yet because it didn't go out of play, but next time the ball does go out of play or play stops, Carlos Rodriguez will be brought onto the field to play, and hopefully it doesn't come too late. You know, I kind of want to kick it. We'll go dribble it off on purpose, just so Rodriguez can come on. In fact, actually, we've won the throw in there somehow. We kind of baited them into giving us the throw in. That was smart. Koiki coming off for Di Maio. And we're going to bring on the number 9, who I didn't really want to use today. Can't wait to rest him a little bit, but we're going to bring on the number 9 to try and find a bit of luck for us, because we're now man down through Harry Howell's reckless actions. And it's silly from me, really. I tried to pick out Nkosi, but it's a good interception. And that could have been the moment where we took the lead, but it's not, obviously, because it's still 1-1. Quick maths. It's a brilliant ball through. Should it work? But Duncan had it watched all the way. Oh, man. I mean, it's such a stupid fucking tackle. I've done it many a time on FIFA and got sent off for it. So why the fuck did I do it again? Contreras to Munoz. Oh, he's got to take on Di Maio here. He's got the pace beating of, but has he got the everything else beating of? Munoz needs to find Rodriguez in space, but Rodriguez has run like an idiot, quite frankly. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because he's meant to be one of our best players. He's run like a moron. He's run offside. I thought I meant to make the ball to him there, because there's a man watching him the whole way. I should have just gone with Munoz and taken a shot, perhaps. But then again, Munoz's shooting today has been fucking awful. The crowd have ducked today for some of the shots. And Corsi. Going to find Ochoa. It's 2-2 in the Walsall Tranmere game, for anyone interested. Ochoa to Rodriguez. He's turn his man. Can he turn his man? Oh, I need to get onto his favourite left foot. I couldn't. You know what? I'll take a point out of this one now as well, with no fucking 11th man on the pitch. There's no chance of getting our late winner, is there? I would be tempting fate. Di Maio. Towards Duncan. Do you know what? Thanks, mate. I didn't need the game to fuck me over anymore. Duncan decides to do a moment of stupidity, and we're going to lose probably now. Which is a fucking pain in the arse. Harry bloody Howell, mate. That's on Duncan. I can't really. I've done what I can with Contreras, but that's on Duncan. He saved it straight back into the path of the striker. I mean, that's just stupidity. Just genuine stupidity. Perry finishes it off. Nothing the defence could do there to try and catch up. I mean, Contreras had brought him across, but the initial save was good from Duncan. It's just a poor follow-up there. I don't know what he couldn't do there, but apparently he just couldn't fucking put it in the path of anyone but Luis Perry, and we're going to lose at the moment. We're down to 10 men and we're down a goal. We are going to need a moment of magic from Carlos Rodriguez. Captain needs to come up trumps here. Martin Munoz. I think we also need to bring on Ethan Roberts, but it's probably too late for that now. I'm just going to give Munoz his 90 minutes. I'm disappointed, and I'm not disappointed because of anyone but Harry Howell, genuinely. I mean, I guess what I really should be saying, I'm not disappointed anyone but myself, because I'm the one that fucking slid with the idiot. Right, Carlos, get in a good position this time, fella. Nice. Great save by Dos Santos again, and I can't switch to Nkosi for some reason. That's an interesting one. You know, you press LB to the guy who is underneath the ball, and the game's like, actually, we're not going to let you do that. Oh, fucking hell. It could be 3. It's going to not be 3. It's a poor pass, and McGregor can clear it up. 3 minutes, boys, to save this match. Mills knocks it out to Munoz. Rodriguez is in acres, but he's going to run into the defender because he's an absolute blind man, apparently. I don't really know what the situation is there with his brain. I'm just getting frustrated now because I've done a stupid tackle and it's cost me. And it's my own fault. Nobody's fault but my own. Northampton take points off another team. They're going to be fucking unlikely contenders to win the league at this rate. 2-1 loss. Can't win a all. It's my own fault. Nobody to blame but myself. Unfortunate, really. Harry Howell with a stupid reckless tackle that I can't deny was a red card, and it just wasn't to be today. They got a late goal through a Perry. It's 2 rebound goals for Northampton, which is kind of annoying, but ultimately they grinded out and gritted hard and got the ball and got the goal and got the win. It's just... It's 2 rebound goals, which is annoying. Don't get me wrong, they deserved it. But... I'm just... It's this rebound goal bullshit that's going to have me have bad goal difference again. Someone figure this out for me. We're going to watch back the Apere goal. And watch back the red card as well, of course, because it is one, and I just want to make sure people know that. How does the save go over there? It's easier just to hold on to it. Let's just go to instant replay a little bit here. Let's change the angle. Pause that, please. Or don't. I press pause, but I guess you're going to keep playing. Alright, so number 22 here, Odimayo takes on the shot. Now, it's going straight at Duncan. I don't think there needs to be any problems here. It comes off his hand and somehow bounces in that direction. I don't know how he catches hold on to this, and it just perfectly falls to their striker. Moffat could have maybe been a bit quicker on the uptake, getting to Apere, but that's on Logan Duncan for that one. And then the loss itself, of course, is on this stupid challenge here from Harry Howell. And I kind of half hoped it would not be a red, but I was half thinking maybe it'll be a yellow because I went in with 1 foot, but I came from behind. And I can't dispute it. I'm just annoyed, and that's my own fault. Really, I've just fucked myself over ultimately in that game with the red card. Man of the match goes to Rafa Contreras, who, despite everyone else in his team being a bit of an idiot today, well, I mean, most of them were alright, but some idiocy today from Logan Duncan and Harry Howell. Beyond those two, it's a good performance from Rafa Contreras in 8.1. Another solid performance from McGregor as well. Blanchard getting the assist for a 7.4, and the Harry Howell goal. I mean, he got the goal, but obviously I won't count for much now because he's an absolute idiot. I mean, Rodriguez didn't perform again, but he didn't get much time to really. Didn't really have a chance. The man of the match goes to Leonardo dos Santos of the opposing team. The goalkeeper, of course, he did well, and I knew he would do well. Tall, 68 rated, only 20 years of age. 9 shots on his goal, 8 saves, 1 conceded, and it's more points taken off another team by Northampton. You've got to give them credit. They're going for it this year. Conway with a lucky rebound. Just notice there's no assist, by the way, but it's a different matter entirely. I can't complain because it's my own fault that I've just pretty much thrown the game, really. A goal and 8 rating for Tommy Conway, and a goal and a 7.6 rating for Apere as well. I threw the game with Mr. Harry Howell, and then Logan Duncan just... I don't really know otherwise. I don't think I actually checked these stats, but that's what it looked like at the end. And I'm fuming that we haven't won, but at the same time, I can understand why I've lost because of the red card. 57 to 43 in terms of possession, 13 shots to 9, and 6.2 expected goals to 1.8 it's absolutely obscene how we haven't got something at this match. But at the same time, the red card was what did it for us there, and it's a loss, and it means some of the chasing pack will close the gap on us. I'm infuriated with Harry Howell, but when I'm saying that, I can't blame Harry Howell. I'm infuriated with myself. It's a stupid challenge, and I've had it many a time where I've had a red card for doing that, so I don't know why the fuck I did that. Can't say going forward did everything we could. We were fucking shy up front today. The other goal from Harry Howell I thought was set us up nicely, but Northampton really took us on and ended up beating us. But I'd like to say a little bit that I think we beat ourselves there rather than Northampton beating us with any actual skill, because it was 2 rebound goals that got them the win. But that's just the great determination that they've got. And they've gone and done it over us. Fair play to them. But we beat ourselves, really. Logan Duncan saving it into the fucking path of their strikers or their players does not help in that situation 83 minutes in. But Dos Santos, a fantastic goalkeeper today. And realistically, Harry Howell, I think, might have to have a bit of a timeout. He did get the goal, obviously, to open up the game, like I said, but stupid fucking tackle. And it is my own fault, but I don't know, boys. I just don't know. I'm glad it was the last episode, or last game of the episode today, because I've had enough. I can't get mad at anyone but myself. But at the same time, it's the rebound goals that piss me off a little bit as well. Carpenter's going to move to Huesca in January, and of course Harry Howell gets a 1 match ban. It should be a 3 match ban for a straight red, but I guess FIFA haven't implemented that, and that will be the Luke Carpenter move going through there. He won't actually go till January, but he's leaving just now anyway. But I just... The rebound goals piss me off, but I've beaten myself ultimately in that Northampton match rather than anything else. It's a difficult one really, because obviously we deserve to win based off of stats. But of course we had fucking Harry Howell getting sent off and Logan Duncan having a very rare, to be honest, idiot moment. But he did have an idiot moment. It was very rare. He's not had a lot this season. And it's still a very good start to the season for us, but it's just sometimes the goals I concede, I've never seen anyone else concede, and it hurts my brain sometimes. But I can't blame anything else other than my stupid decision making there. MK Dons and Northampton stay undefeated to end the episode, but this is how the table looks to end the episode today. For anyone interested, Hartlepool still sit top, 2 points clear, 7 wins, 2 losses. And the 2 losses, Sheffield Wednesday, they were just better than us. Northampton, I felt a bit hard done by just there, but at the same time, we beat ourselves rather than using any actual physical skill to beat us. But that's just the way it goes sometimes in football. I'm not going to be bitter about it, because there's no point. It's my own fault, ultimately. MK Dons are in that automatic promotion spot to end this episode as well. Bristol Rovers, fucking hell, fair play to them. They're putting in an effort this year. Rotherham United, Peterborough and Northampton up there in the playoff spots to end this episode. As we continue to scroll down, Mansfield putting in a good account for themselves. They're in 9th place. They come up with us, I believe. With Rochdale and Tranmere both coming up with us as well, but I think they're both sitting in the bottom 4. I tell a lie. Tranmere made out the bottom 4 to end the episode here. Cheltenham Town, Derby County, Jesus Christ, Accrington Stanley, and Rochdale, the bottom 4 to end today's episode. Now, taking a look at the stats then, I suppose, for this season, I don't think we've really got an outright top scorer. It was Marius Thomas, but we've kind of been sharing the goals about a bit this year, and he's still a top scorer for us as a club. With 5 goals in 8 games, but it's kind of just been spread around the team, the goals this year. Kim Jong-woo firing off for Cambridge United with 8 in 9. Vera with 7 in 9 for Birmingham. We've got Windass with 6 in 9 for Sheffield Wednesday, and then a whole host of players, including Marius Thomas, on 5 goals as well this season. Anyone else featuring here? Rodriguez or Blanchard might sneak their way in. They haven't done. And with assists is Carlos Rodriguez. So what he's not doing in terms of scoring, he's doing in terms of assisting. That was kind of his MO in season 2, I want to say. He did a lot of assisting, but not a lot of scoring ultimately. I think it was Harry Howell that put most of the goals away. Clean sheets go to De Luca for MK Dons, which is not the goalkeeper they used there, but that's not who I played either, so let's use our brain here and focus a little bit. We got Logan Duncan in there on 2 clean sheets, as well as probably Rojas. If I scroll further down, I don't know if he'll quite make the list, but he is on 1 clean sheet. Yeah, there he is at the bottom. 1 game, 1 clean sheet for Mateo Rojas. Didn't have to do much. It was against Rochdale, so didn't have to do much in that one. Looking at the player stats then to end these early run of games, it is going to be most appearances coming from Carlos Rodriguez, the captain, of course, steps onto the pitch the most. So no surprise there, 10 appearances for the Peruvian Prince. And as we look at the goal scorers, Marius Thomas still sits top goal scorer from Cam with 5 goals in 8 appearances. Blanchard with 3 goals in 7 appearances. And Carlos Rodriguez with 3 in 10. Howell there with 2 as well, but I'm very upset with him, so I don't know how many more he'll get at the moment. With Cochrane with 1, Roberts with 1, Palacios, Carpenter, and Arango all finding the back of the net as well this season for assists. With Carlos Rodriguez, who hasn't found the back of the net a lot this season, which is kind of surprising, but still consistent performances, still setting up the goals if he's not scoring them. So 6 assists for our Peruvian Prince, 2 for Blanchard, 2 for Quigley in his limited appearances as well, with Mills, Cochrane, Roberts, Howell, Palacios, and Alonso all getting an assist each this season. And the most expensive player now surely has to be Rodriguez in this club. No Roberts, 17 million value. Franacho even above Carlos Rodriguez at the moment. But some good value players here coming through. Martinez has already got 1 on his loan. Got some loan growth from Barlow. And then Moffat as well. I'm thinking he's on a 6-year contract. He's still showing great potential. I'm just kind of a little gander here. Who else has got potential? McGregor's still showing great. Kasana and Kosi got showing great as well. And there is, I forgot his first name, Mashunguli, was it? Or something like that? Shabalala. Cho's got his potential tag back. You'll love to see that. We're going to try and keep farming that. I keep saying that every time. He had an exciting prospect. He's always had a potential tag. I don't know who I'm getting confused with. But this man here, Musangula Shabalala, has an exciting prospect. He hasn't hit 60 yet, so he hasn't come up. But once he does, it'll come up. And probably a couple others with that potential tag as well. But because they've got loan listed as their status, doesn't come up. Potential to be special for Ethan Roberts as well as Carlos Rodriguez as well. They're going to be the stars of the show, I think, for this career mode. With Axel Blanchard showing great potential as well. So not too bad there. Right, now we're going to show the biggest transfers of the summer window. I'm going to read down to about 50 million and then we will let the game do its work. I say let the game do its work, I'll just scroll through the rest. So Makoko is going to be one we read. But the biggest move of the summer window was Jamal Musiala. He's moved from Bayern Munich to Tottenham Hotspur for a very good price of 137.7 million. To say he's worth 136 million, that's not too bad. Jules Koundé going from Barcelona to Newcastle for 108.5 million. We've got Lautaro Martinez moving from PSG to Bayern Munich, 104.1 million for the Argentinian striker and World Cup winner. Ryan Gravenberch going from Bayern Munich to Juventus for 92.5 million. He looks very good at this time in career mode. Dani Olmo moving from Liverpool to Leipzig. Does he not start there? Am I tripping? 89.5 million for Dani Olmo. I think he moves back to Leipzig. I'm not 100%. Tammy Abraham moves from Manchester United to Paris Saint-Germain. The Lautaro Martinez replacement, it looks like he goes for 89.1 million in that move. Lisandro Martinez, another Martinez moving about as well, has left Manchester United to go to FC Barcelona for 88.6 million. Not a move I like to see, but it's a move that's been made. Spurs have sold Deo Upamecano to Liverpool for 81 million. Not a bad move there for Liverpool, but a bad move for Spurs because they've just sold him to one of the rivals. Juventus selling Bremer for 80.2 million to Leicester City, with Lorenzo Pellegrini moving to Liverpool, 75.8 million from Atletico Madrid. He's looking alright as well. Jurrien Timber could be moving about in real life to Arsenal. In this game, he's making a move from Liverpool to Leverkusen for 75.5 million. I'm assuming that is because they've signed Deo Upamecano. He is an 85 rated at this point, so not too bad. Moise Kean, not a player I expect to see at Manchester United, but you just never know. Hoffenheim have sold him to the Red Devils for 72.7 million, and he always seems to do well in career mode, even if he's struggling a bit in real life. Another big money move to Manchester United is Bruno Guimaraes with a move from Newcastle for 72.2 million. Not too shabby. Alonso there. Carlos Soler going from PSG to Arsenal just to strengthen that midfield a little bit. 71.1 million for the Spaniard. Not too shabby. Ibrahim Sangare going from where is he going from? PSV to West Ham, 68.9 million for that one. Yusuf Moukoko, he's going to be mad once he hits his full potential. And with a 68.4 million price tag, he's got to be on the verge of being able to see his rating. He must be 82 or something. He's going to join Napoli in January. But a 68.4 million fee has been agreed. Kimpembe has gone to Manchester United at the age of 30 from Sevilla for 68.4 million. Good experience and a good defender, honestly, quite frankly. With Locatelli, 67.9 million move from Villarreal to Sassuolo. It's a good bit of defensive midfield cover. Was he there before? I might be wrong on that one. With Frattesi moving from Lyon to Roma in the next transfer for 67.3 million. A bit above his valuation, but he's a good midfielder, so he'll probably prove his valuation at some point. I don't know how Benacer got to Leicester, but he's moving from Leicester to Arsenal for 65.8 million. And it's a smart move as well. Bernardo Silva making the move from the real-life Premier League champions to Paris Saint-Germain for 65.4 million. Good move for someone who's still very much in his prime. Normand is another defender that's going to be making the move. He's gone from Napoli to Wolfsburg, and he'll mess up the name there. 62.4 million, however, is the move and the fee. With Kefren Turam moving from Wolves. Again, how did he get there? I don't understand some of these players' career paths in this career mode. 59.4 million for Kefren Turam to go to PSG. Almeida will move from Valencia to Wolfsburg for 58.6 million. That will go through in January. With João Cancelo leaving Manchester City. He did it quite quickly in real life, but it's going to take a little longer in career mode. 57.6 million to Real Madrid. Not too shabby there. Simakan with a move from Lille to Inter. Not a bad signing. Pretty good actually. 57.6 million. He's strong in career mode. With Skriniar going to Spurs, I'm guessing that is the Upamecano replacement. With Leipzig selling him to Spurs for 56 million. Strong with experience. And Quentin Timber, I believe this is the brother of Jurrien Timber, but I'm not gonna say it just in case it's wrong. He is moving from Feyenoord to Mönchengladbach, 52.4 million, and potentially the last transfer we read before we just scroll through the rest is Jesus Ferreira going from Getafe to Southampton. A smart move from the Saints there for 50 million flat. Never mind, I just forgot we're involved in the 50 million bit because Savkan Nezovic makes the move from Hartlepool United to Norwich for 50 million. And you might be thinking, why have you sold him? Because he is too good for us at this current moment in time. We may go back in for him later on at a later date, but at the moment, it doesn't seem right to have an 80 rated player in League One. Ryan Cherky, also in that 50 millions, quite a few 50 millions. He's gone from Nantes to Bayern Munich. How he ended up at Nantes is beyond me, but it's a good move for him. 50 million fee for that. And as we continue to read down, these are some of the big moves. Antonio Silva, he's always a fun one to use in career mode. We've used him a couple of times in rebuilds. So not too shabby there. Some good moves here. Alexis McAllister going to PSG as well, an interesting one. And this Unal, he went to Leeds in a previous career mode of mine, so it's cool to see him back there, I guess, kinda. Kalulu moves to Leipzig from Leicester. Some interesting ones here. Tomiyasu goes from Milan to Leicester as well. Leicester must have just got a lot of money this year. I don't really know what's going on there. Truffert was a good move as well. Leroy Sané to Borussia Dortmund. Mudryk has decided that it's not going to work out at Chelsea. I'm going to Freiburg, buddies. And he goes. And then Fabian from PSG to Real Sociedad. So a quick look at our club's business before we end the episode then. So Darlington Balogun has gone to Shenzhen FC for 150k. Hasn't grown since he went there, so probably a smart move on our part. Jackson Barlow's gone to Vitoria for a season-long loan, and he is going to be something special. So I'm looking forward to bringing him in when he comes back. Clement Bernard, not one I wanted to part ways with, but ultimately we had an influx of cams, and he is one that we have parted ways with. He's got to Nordsjælland, 1.2 million. Rob Patterson moves to Famalicão as well on loan. I was wanting to get him rid of him on permanent, I think it was. Or maybe I wasn't. I wanted to give him one more season to see how he could grow, but it's Rob Clark I'm getting him confused with. He's gone to Famalicão anyway for a loan this season. Matthew Kay, someone I wanted to work out, but we just had an influx of centre-backs, and he's gone to Cosenza for 850,000 Great British pounds. Along with Blake Anderson making the move to Leganes. I'm sure he's going to be something special too when he finally hits his peak, but at the moment it's a narrow situation, too many players in that position. He has gone to Leganes at 850k with Jean-Paul Sarr, the big money exit from I say that he's one of the big money exits from Hartlepool this season. He goes to Nottingham Forest for 4.5 million, and he's already grown up to a 74. Maybe we made a mistake there, who knows, but fair play to him if he's kicking on at Nottingham Forest. We could always bring him back. There's always the potential to bring these players back, but at the moment I'm just going to keep going with how we got. Jean-Paul Sarr, though, growing, keeps him in mind. And you know what? If he's not on the shortlist, he is. We're going to keep him on the shortlist. Just keep an eye on him. Ianda Smith, another one, didn't want to sell, but we've got a good price from him to go to Cardiff, 1.6 billion. He's definitely going to go and grow as a player, but it just wasn't going to be here. Again, we know how many wingers we've got at this club. It just wasn't going to happen. A loan deal for Lebohang Malango to Leuven is a smart move for his development, hopefully. Dave Maxwell didn't really grow from 62. Now he's at 63, just to spite me. Of course he is. He's gone from us to Warta Poznan in Poland for 650,000. Carlos Varela, another one I didn't want to really sell. But again, I think he'd hit his potential maybe, or at least it was close to it. Some of those stats don't really lend to good goalkeeping. And again, we had too many goalkeepers. He was just the one that was the worst out of the lot. He goes to Sarpsborg for 800,000. Not 800 and anything. We brought in a big man, a big striker, and it's a big price tag, and yet to justify it, but I'm sure he will down the line. But it was 10.2 million, and the reason behind that, by the way, just for the record, release clause. I could not pay anything but his release clause, and we needed a big marquee striker signing, so we did bring in Achille Blanchard for definitely more than what he's worth currently, but I'm sure he'll justify that price tag in due time. We then sent out Linus Isaacson on a loan to Lech Poznan, who's gone up to 64. I'm sure he'll grow well out there. Albie Holmes gone to the second team at Villarreal on loan for the season as well. He's at 62 rated currently. Nathan Wood was another permanent departure from Hartlepool to Giresunspor. 700,000 was the price, and it looks like it's going to pay off for us because he hasn't grown yet over in Turkey. With Esposito, I know someone who I think he is going to grow a little bit, hopefully. He's out on loan Darmstadt this season to see what he can do there. Lebohang Shabalala will be out on loan as well to Shelbourne. This really is his proving ground because he'll have 2 years out there to try and do what he can. If he doesn't work out, we'll just move him on, obviously, because I can't be time wasting at this point. Mariano Martinez, he's gone out to Real Valladolid, back to his home country on a loan, and he's grown already in one rating, and he does look very good. So him and Jada are going to have to battle it properly next year. I will give Ojeda a good time to prove himself as well. Don't get me wrong. But this was the big money move. This was the move we needed to make, and this is the move that has gone through. Savka Nezovic already gone over it, 50 million price tag on him, and Norwich were happy to pay that, and he has moved to the Canaries, and hopefully he fires them up. Fair play for them paying that much. It's a big risk, but I'm sure it'll be a reward for him because he's a very good player. With Rob Clark being the last permanent deal, I believe he's going to go through to Mansfield in January for 470,000. Has been on 59 for a long while now, and I don't really know how much more growth he has. So I'll go check it out in a minute actually, see if we can grow him a bit further and help Mansfield out a tiny bit. And then the other loan deal I just went through there as well was Luca Carpenter, who I do see potential in. He's going to go to Huesca for the rest of the season once he goes through in January. So I'm just going to quickly check on Rob Clark and I will end the episode because it's a long one, this, and I apologise for it being such a long episode. But the transfer ones always are. But we can just go into proper episodes after this. We've got him on balance still. Why have we got him on balance still? This might have been a bad idea. How many people have we got on balance? Did I not? I swear I said I was going to do this. Did I not? Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh, no. Right, guys. I'll do it this time. But once we come back, these will all be on development plans. I didn't realise they weren't. I thought I'd already done it. But it must have just slipped my mind. Ethan Roberts isn't even on one. Oh my god. Right, okay. Oh no, but I put Ethan Roberts on balance to slow his growth down. That was it. It hasn't worked, granted, but he's just growing too fast for me at the moment. We need to keep him about as much as we can. But anyway, that is going to wrap up this episode. Quick look at the news stories before we go. Crucial Apare goal, seals Hartlepool defeat. Of course, that was when Duncan saved it into his path, which was a bit unlucky, but it's the way it goes sometimes when your keeper decides to be dumb. Apari's crucial last goal helped his team seal win against Chabalal's men. As we read through these headlines, more Champions League and European results there. Nothing else really to cover in terms of club news. Breaking news, nothing really there either, except for the fact that Santos was very, very good against us. And the transfer news, we know it's all slammed shut now, but some good moves here for some of these clubs. Chalobah moving to Lens. Be a good move for him, and Yukanari Sugawara, never heard of him, but he could be a good signing too. With Rice coming from, he's gone to Bayern from Everton. Okay, fair enough. And it's not that Rice, by the way, it's Reyes, Matthias Reyes. Just to clear the air there. But ladies and gentlemen, that will wrap up another episode of the Hartlepool United Career Mode. I've kept you guys here around long enough. As soon as this is done, I will make sure I'm going to bloody do these development plans so they're ready to go next time. But I thought I'd done them already, and I hadn't. So hopefully this will be uploaded by 8 PM. If it's not, I apologise, and I hope you guys enjoy this on YouTube when it goes up. And I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream here today, and I will see you potentially tomorrow, definitely Friday. Hope you guys have enjoyed, and like I said, I'll see you next time. Peace.